Yeah, fellow watchers, it's that time of the week again, Born to Watch. In the 80s and most of the 90s, National Lampoon's Vacation was the comedy that I measured every single comedy against. The absolute pinnacle of what I believe to be funny. It covered all the bases. The family dynamic was relatable. The Holy Grail journey was relatable. And there was just enough nudity to drive the imagination crazy of a preteen and teen. The best of the obvious sequel-a-thon to follow. God, that was a mouthful. Each movie that followed had its moments, but none came close to the original. Still quotable today, this was an interesting rewatch, and the question should be answered. Can a 1983 comedy still hold up 40 years later? Now let's hop in the family truckster, start the road trip of a lifetime. And who's in the back seat with me today? G-Man. Back from your own road trip.
Yeah, back from our own road trip. Looking forward to getting into an 83. We haven't done an 83 before.
I think this is the first one.
This is the first 83. We're right back in the time machine again. But yeah, good rewatch this one. The Metallic P Roadster.
Mate, terrible car.
Yeah, great movie. Let's get into it.
Damo and straight out of the hospital bed.
Yep. So I'm on the steroids so I can move around. So probably being on steroids, you've probably noticed two obvious things. One, I've turned into a bit of a beast.
Definitely.
Gun show. And my nutsack is half the size.
Well, I will find that out in the shower.
Yeah. So just a couple of obvious things there.
Well, you're going to be, the sisters are going to be less interested in you.
That's right.
Okay, look, as I just mentioned, 40 years old, this movie.
Yeah, 40 years this year. Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's an old movie. Like, we're old.
Well,
Damo's actually really old.
I'm not really that old. But, yeah, you can tell by Chevy Chase's pants at Walley World.
The shorts.
Real tight, ball-hugging
They were in my
shorts.
good. How good are
That
they?
really dates it. And Rusty's shirts and things.
But
Yeah.
don't you love that he wears the tight khakis into the business or, the casual collared shirt, and then the boat shoes, no socks?
It is
Running that.
all occasion outfit.
It's awesome.
You can wear that
And
anywhere.
they are tight.
They are such ball huggers.
Super tight.
Yeah.
G-Man, National Lampoon's Vacation. We're going to set the over and unders here at 35, which is just under one a year. Tell us if you're over or under, and then tell us what your first, introduction to Vacation was.
I would say, if I think of it, I'd be somewhere between 20 to 25, I would think. Again, it's such an old movie, something you watched quite a lot when we were kids. I remember watching this at home with my sisters. We had it on DVD. That was right about when we first got our first video player, I should say. And we would watch this at home, and it was one of those ones. I mean, it's so funny. There's so much good deadpan comedy in this and slapstick humour in every scene. So it's an easy watch all the time. And as you said, one of the most quotable movies to this day.
Still today. Damo.
I am under, but I reckon I've seen it in full probably about 7 times. I reckon I've watched the Beverly D'Angelo boob scene 50 to 60 times and the Christy Brinkley undies scene about the same amount of times as well.
Yeah.
But just bits and pieces. Whenever it comes on telly, I'll always watch.
Well, this would have been you would have been old enough to see this at the movies.
Oh, I didn't know, but I was 83, so I was 12, turned 13.
Yeah.
But I didn't, I remember my auntie talking about it, and it may have been maybe at Easter or Christmas or something, talking about this movie about, and then they put the grandmother on the roof and this and that, and we thought, I've got to see this movie. So it must have been either when it came on TV or when it came to video that we got it as a family and we watched it.
Exactly the same. We got it as a video, but someone has said the same thing, saying, singing the Holiday Road song, and you know, what's that?
Yeah.
You've got to see this movie. You've got to see this movie.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely a lot of talk about it.
Definitely. Surprisingly, I'm overs. I'd be, oh God, I shudder to think this was one of the first movies that were entered into the VHS library, and I'm over 50 watching this movie. I watched this heaps and heaps and heaps.
Was this a shop special?
It's a bit rude.
It's sweary.
It's a bit sweary. Maybe on a Saturday night, like late, maybe after 9 o'clock, we'd whack it on there. Or if I'm alone on a Thursday night and there's no one coming in, cha-ching late fees. And but this was watched a lot, probably from the ages, I reckon, of about 13 to about 22. I reckon I watched this movie a lot in those 9 years, and the bulk of those watches would be in that. Didn't see it at the movies. Again, it was one of those things. It was a bit of an event. Like, oh my God, Vacation's out on National Lampoon Vacation's out on video.
Yeah.
And I remember getting it from the video store and watching it and just losing my mind.
Yep.
And it was definitely the funniest movie I had ever seen.
Yep.
And even today, like it I guess you can't expect to piss yourself laughing when you're watching a 40-year-old movie that you've watched an amount of times, but I chuckled a lot all the way through.
There's still a couple of scenes where you chuckle.
Mate, I laughed out loud in a couple where I was like, oh, that's really funny, but I chuckled a lot.
I think I laughed more. Once you start to really understand Clark's personality,
Yeah.
and you get him, you understand him, and you relate even probably more. Maybe some. I think I laughed more.
I think that's the thing. It's that relatability and his style, that deadpan style that he was. I mean, he's in his prime here, right?
Yeah.
In
This is prime
80s.
Chevy, yeah.
And right before Fletch Lives and all that
and
stuff.
the other vacations, yeah.
And the other vacations. So that style is so good. And even now, like I was watching it again last night. There's little things you pick up. Yeah. Again, that you just, because some of those jokes they say them and it moves on really quick.
Yeah, there's heaps that you just
heaps of little ones,
quick little lines.
Yeah, it's very quick fire. It's funny. I've got a different take on it this time. I've got a different take into the journey into, I guess, losing his mind.
Oh, he does.
He
yeah.
does.
I think that's something that I did notice.
And the reason behind it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to blame Ellen a lot for it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's carrying, in those very short pants, he's carrying 2 very large balls. And 2 weeks. Restricted entertainment. He's trying hard.
He tried.
He's trying very hard, and I think the blue balls have taken over.
Especially the shower. He got denied.
Everything.
Go wash your own front.
I'm like, no. She was harsh to him. I got a lot to say about Ellen as we move forward. Anyway.
Gosh.
Well, he did lock her head under the steering wheel.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yep.
Okay, let's listen to the trailer. Trailer doesn't give too much away, but you do know what you're up for with National Lampoon's Vacation. G-Man, why don't you tell us a little bit about the movie?
All right, with the tagline, Chevy's at the wheel and all roads lead to laughter. Everything is planned, everything is packed, and everything is about to go hilariously wrong. The Griswolds are going on vacation. In the driver's seat, of course, is Clark Griswold, an everyman eager to share the open road and the wonders of family togetherness with his wife and kids. Myriad mishaps, crude kin, encounters with a temptress, financial woes, Aunt Edna on the roof, one security guard, and 2,460 miles later, it is indeed a wonder the Griswolds are together. There's never been a family vacation like it.
Well, you're right. There's no way this family makes it.
Well,
there's no there is
Arizona.
no way.
That might have been the final.
There is no way that this family makes it. And I've got a couple of questions about it in question time, but yeah, there's no way.
When you start having to raid your daughter's babysitting money.
Or Aunt Edna's purse. 11 cents.
Through Aunt Edna's purse.
Aunt Edna, what a fuckwit. Okay, critical thinking. IMDb rate this movie 7.3 out of 10. Pretty good rating. Pretty good rating.
It's for a comedy, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good rating.
Yeah.
But Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh, 94% on the tomato meter,
Yep.
and an 85% audience
It's
score.
loved.
Very loved. Loved by critics. I think it was really the first of its kind. This sort of road family comedy.
Well, there was a few issues with that storyline because they didn't think it would stick being situational and going to different areas. But then they decided that was, if they got it right, they could really make it work.
Yeah.
And then they got the right cast, especially, Chevy in this role.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, couple of reviews. Mate, Davey Kerr, he's on a tear here.
He likes it.
Well, listen to his good review.
Okay.
So, old Dave Kerr from the Chicago Reader. Despite plenty of gross-out gags and dumb Saturday morning. Despite plenty of gross-out gags and dumb slapstick bits, the careful viewer can occasionally detect some acrid and original satire in this 1983 film.
Good grief.
Yep.
Wow, he's glowing praise.
He's incredible, isn't he? Even his good reviews are shit.
Yeah, it's sort of you can pick some.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
He's a grumpy old man, isn't he?
Grumpy, mate, yeah. He's got Chevy's blue balls. He's got
might.
Clark's blue balls. And I understand why. I'm all for his missus not giving it up. Okay, bad review. I'll tell you what, there was 2.
Okay.
Richard Rayner of Time Out. The result is not so much a comedy about American values as a 2,500-mile skid on a banana skin. The visual gags come thick and fast and are about as subtly signposted as the exit markers on a freeway.
Yeah,
But I think that's the beauty of it.
That's what it's supposed to
I
be.
think that's the beauty
They
of it.
didn't make this to be, an Academy Award-winning movie. They made a comedy about a family going on a road trip.
well, they come out to a car that's squashed like a pancake and try to open the doors.
Yes.
Right? We knew.
Yes.
It's pretty obvious that, they couldn't do it, but they still went and, hang on, there's something wrong here. It's like, duh. Yeah. But it was obvious.
Yeah, from the opening scene, Eugene Levy, where's Mr. Griswold's car? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
The family truck.
I think I know what's happened.
The family truckster. You think you heat it now? Just wait till you drive it.
quote.
Oh my
That's
God!
one of the greatest.
It's the best, almost the best line of the movie.
Yeah. Eugene Levy.
He's a highlight, even in the small time that he's in it.
And that's the thing, from the start, you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's I think that's it. I got that in my good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, G-Man, Ordinary People, take it away.
All right, Chevy Chase, born Cornelius Crane Chase, 1943.
No wonder he changed his name.
Yeah, his grandmother gave him the nickname Chevy when he was 2 years old.
Triple C.
Yeah, so that's stuck. He started his career on Saturday Night Live, as we all know, in 75 and 76.
Bit of a dick.
He did
Apparently-
a full
apparently
year
not
and
well
then a
liked.
half year or something.
Yeah, a bit of a dick.
And tried to punch on with Bill Murray. And
Oh, did he?
yeah, they had a full.
Oh, that must have been the second year
Stand-up.
then when he turned.
It
when he
was
left.
a bit of a sword fight. I think they for the top of the tree.
Right.
Yeah. I think they both clashed because of their personalities.
Oh, that's right.
And
And
Chevy was very forthright and
Well, Chevy was the star.
he was the original star and he flew right, like he went so high.
And that's why
that
in
created a bit of
Caddyshack, when they were both together,
They didn't really get on.
but they forced them to do that one scene together, which they just had lived when he was playing
But
golf
that's the
at
thing,
night.
they're quite good. And I think now they've patched and made up over the years, but there was a lot of
He's
angst.
still quite a dick, Chevy.
Oh, he's
Anyone that
been
works
known.
with him is just like, oh God.
Yeah.
Like
I
on
mean,
Community, the TV show Community.
Well, they punted
everyone was
him.
like, yeah, they punted him, and
right.
that show was excellent.
I mean, and
That's a
that
good
was
show.
just the way he acted and talked to people, and he was rude to people. I think he's got that
Bit of arrogance.
arrogant, sarcastic sort of personality. But yeah, look, after that, he was in Foul Play in '78. Do you remember that with Goldie Hawn?
Yeah. Yep.
And Burgess Meredith was in there as well.
Okay.
Mickey.
Mickey loves you.
Yeah, Mickey loves
Hang
you.
on.
Obviously, Caddyshack, as we said, in 1980, and then Vacation 83, Fletch 85. This was when he was really
He was massive in the
pumping it
80s.
out, yeah.
Massive in the 80s.
European Vacation 85, Spies Like Us.
Yep.
85.
Dan Aykroyd.
The Three Amigos in
What?
86.
I think The Three Amigos is a shit movie. I won't be told anything other.
No, I had that as one of my sleepers a couple of,
Yeah,
whenever we
you did, and it was a shit. It's,
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I used to love it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it maybe 6 months ago. It was on.
Yeah.
It came on TV and I watched it. And
Yeah.
it's a little dated. Like the gags are a little dated. It's just
I
funny
hated
bits.
it.
some
I
really
hated it
funny
at the
bits in it.
time. I
Yeah.
just didn't think it was funny.
I always thought Steve Martin was awesome, and so that's why I liked it. And I really liked Chevy Chase as a
Martin
kid. I
Short.
loved and Martin Short. That was the first movie I ever. That's the first time I ever saw Martin Short.
Yeah, when you watch, there's I know there's some shit bits in it, but there's some really plethora. Do you not know what a plethora is? It's a freaking pretty funny.
No, it's
movie.
not, Damien.
They're
Stop it.
funny.
And the Three Amigos,
Sorry.
their
Damo.
little
Yeah, okay.
dance.
Damo, you're hanging on to a shirt of credibility in the team anyway, right? People are talking.
Well,
Don't make
let
it
him
worse.
talk. You let him talk.
Don't make it worse.
But yeah, look, he was. Do you remember he was in the Paul Simon video clip? You can call me Al.
Call me Al, yeah.
Played all the instruments.
I can be
yeah.
your bodyguard.
Yeah. Oh, he sung and Paul Simon played all the instruments.
One of them.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah. Who played the instrument? Oh, he fake played.
No, he
sang.
faked.
No, I think he-
played.
I
He
think
fake
he
sang
played
too.
six, yeah.
Yeah,
He fake
yeah.
sang too. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of a piss take on Art and Garfunkel, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall and short.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, and then he's been in a few remakes. Obviously, he's in Caddyshack 2, Fletch Lives, as we said, Christmas Vacation, Vegas Vacation.
Okay, let's stop. I'll stop you there, G-Man. What are your thoughts on the other vacation movies? So, in regards to time watched, I've watched the first one multitude more times than the second one. But I still find European Vacation to be pretty funny.
hilarious.
Pretty funny.
There are some really good bits. I quite like that.
We still use Wusty all the time, Gow. We would use that I'd use it with you 100 times a year.
Yeah. Mainly because I wear my rusty
Because you wear your
board
rusty board shorts, right?
Oh, not your beret.
And some days I get that and I go, I'm wearing those today because I know that I'm going to get that reaction.
But it then comes, I guess it's Christmas vacation, and then it's Las Vegas vacation.
Yep.
Now, I haven't watched a heap of Christmas Vacation. It's okay. I watch it at Christmas time. I reckon I've seen Las Vegas Vacation 6 times, maybe 3 times.
I'm not
really
a big
fan.
There. I as they go on, I got less and less in it. But Christmas Vacation, I've watched maybe as much as the original.
Yeah,
and it's still because it's still the family, and it just. Those characters get more developed. Yeah. But then when you start getting through to the others, Vegas Vacation and...
I still love Vegas. I love them all. We saw European at the movies because after we saw Vegas.
It was 85.
Yeah, I remember for all our mates from school, we all went and saw that. Yeah. I love Christmas and I do love Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, the star in Vegas is Randy Quaid.
Mate, he's a legend.
Randy Quaid just really starts to dominate, I think, especially in Vegas. Yeah, and he is so good in that.
Can I help you with that Kool-Aid?
Oh, mate, when he's at the buffet, give me a bit of the blue, a bit of the yellow. Don't get cheap on me. He's pouring that slop on his plate.
European was funny.
European's great. And there's a bit of nudity in European.
There's Big Ben kids.
Yeah.
I think he's going to porker, Dad. He's not going to porker, Russ. Eat your salad.
Okay, he made porker.
He picked up that German girl.
Yeah, she gets a Norks out.
Like in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that was amazing.
His dad's up on stage having the fight.
Oh, God.
With the slap fight. The slap fight.
In the lederhosen. All right, move on. Let's go.
And as we said, he finished up most recently in Community, where they punted him from that.
It's a quality TV show that for 4 seasons. Quality TV show.
But look, some sliding doors for him. He turned down a few films. He turned down the lead role in American Beauty, and he preferred to do family-oriented roles. He said. So he turned that down.
He didn't want to jerk in the shower.
Well, that is a family-oriented role.
Big time.
It's his dad.
Yeah.
Big time.
But very
Lester
different.
Burnham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lester, well done.
Yeah.
The role of Otter Stratton in National Lampoon's Animal House was originally written with him in mind.
Okay.
But John Landis didn't want it to become a Saturday Night Live love-in, so he changed it. So he told him not to take the role. So that's why he ended up taking Foul Play. He turned down the role of Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story.
Yeah, that's a massive sliding door.
We've talked about that before because his agent said, don't do it. It's a kid's show, don't do it. So he didn't do it.
Tim Allen went, thank you, Chevy.
Yeah. Turned down Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters.
Oh, wow.
Looked at the script.
Shit, so he's up against Bill Murray again then.
Yeah. I mean, they were all coming up at the same time.
He might have turned down the original script, which was the one where they were
that's it.
off in space and stuff, which was a little bit left field.
That's exactly it. He's looked at the original script, which ended up being nothing like the rewrite, and then he turned it down based on that. He also turned down the lead role in Forrest Gump.
What?
So there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been able. I don't think he's got the range for Forrest. I don't know.
I don't think he could run like Forrest, like
but he's
Tom Hanks.
But he's so pigeonholed as Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't think
There's not a lot of difference between Clark and Forrest, though. It's not a stretch.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think you're right, Damo. It would be hard because he'd done Clark Griswold, he'd done Fletch. He sort of got that style
it's just
about
comedy, where Forrest is he was serious. It was a funny movie.
How good in Forrest Gump when the teacher's shagging Sally Field and young Forrest is sitting out the front?
Oh, right.
And then the teacher comes out and the teacher looks at him and goes, your mum certainly does love your son. And he just goes,
imitation.
All right, Beverly D'Angelo. So she's only 5'2".
Yeah, she's short.
Chevy Chase is 6'3.5".
Yeah. No wonder she didn't want any of the bloody Chevy.
But you do notice there's only a couple of times in the movie where they stand them close to each other because there's so much difference between them. There's a whole foot in between them. But she started her career as an animator and cartoonist at Hanna-Barbera Productions.
She worked on Jabba Jaw?
She might have.
The Herculoids? No, it wasn't.
Jabba 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 Jaw.
But she's obviously a really good singer, and we hear her singing in the car, right?
Great voice.
But she actually performed in Canada, or she left Canada to pursue a rock music career. Ended up doing rock musical stage shows and then got onto some stuff in Broadway through that. And then got a small role in Annie Hall. So she had a small part in that in 77. And then she was in Every Which Way But Loose. 78, yeah. She was Orville's girlfriend. You know, Orville the Offsider.
Yeah, yeah.
She ends up getting in the truck with him and the four of them get around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to cover that one day. She was actually in Coal Miner's Daughter too, so she played Patsy Cline.
Oh, okay.
So I watched Coal Miner's Daughter.
That's Sissy Spacek.
Yeah, Sissy Spacek.
You watched it, did you?
Yeah, it came on and I heard. I've never really watched the whole movie, and I've heard so much about it, and it won awards, right? So
I've never seen it.
It's a really interesting movie. But she sang all the songs in that herself.
Okay.
Yeah, so she did all the singing.
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
Yeah, and then obviously into Vacation, European Vacation. After that, lots of TV movies. Remember, she was in American History X.
Yeah, she plays the mum.
She was the mum, Doris.
Yeah.
She was in The Simpsons.
Really? Who has? Herself?
Oh, no, she plays Lurleen.
Yeah, Lurleen Lumpkin.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. She's the voice.
She's the country singer that
Homer.
he's the manager. He becomes like the manager for Elvis.
Yes.
He's the manager for her.
And that's a bit like the Coal Miner's Daughter story. It's a bit like that.
And that's where he goes, is it the song with...
Was he singing Mandy? Or?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, but
Man.
you sent me Bengay.
No, he's like,
you came and you gave me a turkey.
Yeah, that's right.
On my vacation away from working.
Yes. Jesus, sung that well.
Yeah, Lurleen. Yeah, she was a great sort.
But yeah, and then after that, she was in Entourage. She did 25 episodes.
She was
of
Babs.
that.
Babs in Entourage.
Yeah,
She was
Babs,
she
Barbara
was,
Miller.
She was a partner with what's his name?
Not Jay.
Fuck! How
How do we forget that?
How do I forget his name?
Which I never watched Entourage, but
With
How do I
Ari.
forget? Ari.
Oh, with
Yeah, she was
Ari.
partners with Ari. She bought into the gold agency, and then he ended up getting rid of her when he gets the paint gun, and he goes around shooting people with the paint
that's right.
gun. Yeah,
How good's Ari?
mate. Entourage is so fucking good.
good
It
show.
is so good.
Do you know she was in a relationship with Al Pacino?
Yes, she was a long-term relationship.
For like 7 years?
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
2 kids together.
Yeah.
Al Pacino from Tropic Thunder. Bit of booty sweat, bust a nut.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, I thought he was with Lance Bass.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
All right, Randy Quaid.
She's just before we get to Randy. There's something about Beverly D'Angelo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
She's only 29 in this movie.
she's only like 14 years older than the kids.
I know. She does look older than 29.
She does look
though.
older than 29, but there's something sexy about her.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's the fact that it was probably the first set of boobs I ever saw.
I agree.
Had a lot to do with it.
And
But
a
even
good set.
watching it last night, I'm like, yeah, there's something about her. But I keep having the Entourage vision of what she's like in Entourage, where she is not attractive.
Oh, right.
So she was only 29, and then they gave her the script. She got the script, she got the part. Then she was like, I don't really know how to do this, because she didn't see herself as a mum type. And as this button down, prim American mother type. And then she went, well, but that's what my mum was like.
Yep.
So she said, well, I'm an actor,
She-
so I'll
she
just
knows.
have to act that into it.
Yeah.
And that's the way she got around that.
Yep.
But she didn't even know how big the hit that movie was.
No.
Someone rang her one day and said, you're in the top
I think
movie.
she was on holidays or something.
Yeah.
And someone said,
I knew how big her hits were. I'll give you the tip.
But yeah, okay, so Randy Quaid. His first movie was The Last Picture Show with Jeff Bridges and Sybil Shepherd in 71. He was in Midnight Express.
Yeah, that's a heavy movie. He's in the jail.
Yeah, he's the mate in the jail, Jimmy
God.
Boo.
Jesus.
Vacation, Days of Thunder in 1990, Independence Day.
Yes,
he was
he's
the-
excellent.
he was
He's the crop duster.
conspiracy guy
Yeah,
too.
he's the crop duster.
He knew all about it.
He's got the Mexican
He'd
kids.
already been captured, hadn't he? Once because
Yeah,
he said,
I'm back. Yeah, he thinks he's already been
he's been anally
abducted.
probed.
He'd been probed.
He's been probed.
He'd been probed.
He was in Kingpin.
Oh,
Mate,
one of the
he was Ishmael.
greats.
Ishmael.
Like one of the greats. Yeah, he took him off the Amish farm
Yeah.
to train him.
I tell you what, the clip, Woody Harrelson, I've just been up this morning and I milked the bull. Right? And we don't have, I've milked the cow. We don't have a cow. Yeah. Mate, I put that's up. That was up on
is it?
TikTok and has had like 3 million views.
Really?
It is fucking hilarious.
I got to get his fight with Vanessa Angel where he's tit punching her.
Mate.
And he's just body in her. But everything, but like Big Earn in that. Bill Murray is sensational.
Unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Mate, the four leads.
Yeah.
So you've got Vanessa Angel's actually quite good too.
Yeah, she's
but
great.
Woody Harrelson is incredible.
Roy Munson.
Roy Munson.
Yeah, you've been Munsoned.
Randy Quaid and Bill Murray.
Yeah, big Ern.
Unbelievable.
Big Ern.
Big Ern.
That hair.
The hair.
The best comb over in the history of cinema.
Wow.
No, there's no way you could argue that. There's
No, it is the best.
No better comb over.
No better.
He just plays that role so well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's just born for Bill Murray, that role.
Big Ern. Made bowling. Ernie McCracken made bowling cool.
And the style, the commentary as he
God.
come in. Look at that style, that technique. It's just beautiful.
Oh, mate, so funny.
Also in Hard Rain with Morgan Freeman and Christian Slater.
Oh, yes.
88.
Right, Hard Rain.
And was in Brokeback Mountain.
Yep.
Played Joe Aguirre.
Right. He's also in Talladega Nights.
He is.
He's the owner of the.
He
of the
owns.
team.
Yeah, he owns
team.
the cars. Yeah.
Yeah. He's really, really funny, Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
He is. His get up in this movie.
When he gets
He's
changed,
next level.
and
He's
he gets
next
into
level.
that. I don't know what you call it. That purpley.
It's that shirt
paisley
is awesome.
pattern thing. Whatever it is.
You can tell it's
Great.
just 100% rayon.
Yeah.
But so when his hair's dry and a bit bushy, he looks so different than when he had the slick back.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
when he's cooking the barbie.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, how do you like your buns, light or dark? Because there was no meat.
No. Hamburger helper.
I don't know why they call it helper.
That's good on its own.
You're the chef here, Eddie. You're the gourmet here.
Is there any meat in this?
Real tomato ketchup, nothing but the best. But when he's got his slick back hair and that outfit on, he really turns into the pure Eddie.
He is.
I'll tell you, when we talk about chuckling and laughing out loud, I laughed out loud at the bit where he goes, I bet you could use a cold one.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Gives him his
Open
beer.
beer.
He's got the fresh one hanging on the ring pull on the plastic.
Yeah, on the plastic six-pack. But that's the beauty about Chevy in that movie is like when he tries to have the sip and then he kind of half takes it, you see him sort of gag a little bit and then he sort of has it like... It's a great scene. All right, Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Now, he went on a bit of a run after this. This was one of his earlier roles, but...
Well, he became... This movie's written by John Hughes, right?
Yes.
So he becomes a John Hughes darling.
Breakfast Club and
He's in just about everything.
Yeah.
84, 16 Candles, beat out Jim Carrey for that role.
Yep.
Breakfast Club, 85, as Brian Johnson. Weird Science, 85.
Yep.
He turned down roles in Pretty in Pink in 86 and Ferris Bueller's Day Off because he didn't want to be typecast.
Which he was anyway.
Well, he already was, but
totally typecast.
Should have just run with it.
he should have run with it.
Yeah.
He was really good in this movie. Here's some good lines.
Yeah,
he's
I
good.
like Russ.
Rusty's great.
Yeah.
He's so much better looking than the Rusty in European Vacation.
Yeah, I know. He is, yeah. But
And he was way younger too in this movie, and they actually changed him because he had a massive growth spurt.
I've actually
He had a growth spurt halfway through, and he was supposed to be the younger
He's supposed to be
sibling.
the younger
Yeah.
sibling, yeah.
Is he the younger sibling in this?
No, he's the oldest
No,
sibling.
they had to change it.
Yeah,
They had to change it.
Because Audrey Dana
Barron.
she's 17. I don't know how old Anthony Michael Hall
She's a
was.
good sort. She's a sneaky good sort.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved her when I was
Yeah,
a kid. I was
definitely.
like, she's
Way better than the next Audrey.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the next Audrey who was going out with Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny Lawrence, yeah. He was an arsehole.
But that next Audrey from European Vacation, she had some sort of disease. She died when she was in her 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was like had a growth sort of disease or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Way to bring it down.
yeah, thank you. There you go.
Nice. Moving on. He was in Edward Scissorhands in 1990, The Dead Zone, the TV show.
Right. Oh, yes, that's right.
Did
He
about
was too.
80 odd episodes
It's
of
a
that.
good movie, The Dead Zone, based on
Yeah.
the Stephen King book.
Yep.
It was going to be. It's actually released in '83 as well. It was going to be in my hit sleeper.
You would have been all over that, The Dead Zone.
Love The Dead Zone. I actually only just really
love Stephen King.
loved it. I didn't never read the book, and I only just discovered the movie probably like 6 or 7 years ago. It's really good. Christopher Walken's in it. He's got telepathic powers or telekinesis or whatever. It's really good. Martin Sheen's in it.
I
as
bet you
well.
Christopher Walken's hair's the same.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
But yeah, look, sliding doors to him. He auditioned for the role of Ponyboy Curtis in Outsiders in 83 as well. That's the C. Thomas Howell role.
Yes.
And he was in negotiations for quite a few months to be Private Joker, the Matthew Modine role in Full Metal Jacket.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about this. And
Yeah.
anyway, that broke down. They were having months of negotiations between him and Stanley Kubrick, and it fell through, and Matthew Modine came through and
Why would you
scooped it.
negotiate with Stanley Kubrick? Don't you just? And why would he put up with that? And obviously he didn't. But you're like, fuck off, mate. You're on
Well,
your end
maybe
and
he
you're
thought
out.
he's just done some big movies.
Yeah, but still, like,
He probably
Yeah, well,
even
that was
then,
87. So
probably
yeah, he
thought
was
could
on his
bargain.
tear. Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
been on all
But
the tear.
Kubrick was still like,
Yeah, of
in the
course.
top 5 directors
Yeah.
on the planet at that
Yeah.
stage in the mid '80s.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, all right. And as we said earlier, an early role for Eugene Levy as the car salesman.
Yeah, very
nails
good.
it in the first scene.
He kills it. You know, from the opening scene, he sees Chevy drive in with his son, and you could see him just look and go, "Oh shit, they're here." He knew exactly as he runs down, and it's just his faces. You just know exactly he's the dodgiest used car salesman.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's got it down. How good's his hair?
Brilliant. Amazing.
Such a good buff.
It's Ant Means.
Oh yeah,
It's Ant Means' hair.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He actually looks like the guy out of. We talked about him the other week. He's in Goodfellas. He's in the he's frozen in the ice.
Exactly.
In the
like
ice
they
truck.
look the same.
And he was in
Yes.
The Wedding Singer.
Yes.
He's got the same hair as that guy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is that Johnny two times?
It could be Johnny.
Yeah.
Two times.
I'm gonna go get the
Two
papers. Get the
times.
papers.
Get the papers. Get the papers. Could be. It could be.
Jane Krakowski.
First role.
30 Rock was her first role. Obviously, Christy Brinkley was a big start time. Billy Joel's wife.
Huge, like
and
supermodel.
massive supermodel.
Massive.
Like that was like she was like in the original Supermodels with Elle Macpherson and Naomi Campbell and Christy Turlington, Linda Evangelista, that sort of crew.
Yeah, she was right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And obviously, John Candy. Got a
Mr.
role.
Griswold.
Yeah, paid $1 million for that role.
Paid $1 million.
Paid $1 million
to ride roller coasters.
because they brought him in. It was a reshoot.
Right.
That role was a reshoot. He wasn't. He wasn't included.
It tested badly.
The ending tested badly.
They did what they did in the Christmas one where they kidnapped Roy Walley.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it, so they went, "Oh, let's do this ending then." So
Well, they
refilmed it all.
screen tested, and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
And then they brought him in, and then they went, well, this is what we got to pay him to bring it up, and it.
Yeah. Oh, it worked. It was a great ending.
He's fantastic. He's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so funny in this
The
movie.
faces of Chevy Chase on the roller coaster.
But he's always got the gun too pointed at John Candy.
I love how he's got the gun and it's still got the
little tag on it.
Tag.
This will break the skin. It'll break the skin. It's a BB gun. It'll break the skin.
Could cause some deep bruising.
I warned you.
All right, J-Man. What about the budget and box office? And, mate, and did it win any Academy Awards?
Oh, I should have.
Okay, it actually fared pretty well at the box office. 61.4 million on a $15 million budget.
Yeah, 4 times. That's good.
Yep.
So not too bad. $8.3 million opening weekend. So half the budget back in the opening weekend.
Yep.
It was a big hit when I think it came out April or June. I think it was June 83.
Okay.
But yeah, sadly, no Oscars.
Snubbed.
Can you believe it? Terms of Endearment earned the most nominations
Well, that
with
had
11.
nothing, yeah.
And Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor. Best Actor was Robert Duvall in Tender Mercies.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, you'll have to fill me in on that one.
Tender Mercies.
The Right Stuff came in
I remember
with
that.
The astronaut one.
Yeah, it came in second with 8 nominations. I think it had 4 wins, but they were best sound editing,
Technical.
best effects, some technical awards. So National Lampoon's Vacation came in at, as we said, 61.5 million, number 13 for the year, money wise.
Year 83. There's a lot of good movies in
A
it.
lot of comedies.
Number one movie of 83.
Return of the Jedi.
Oh, well,
Return
of course,
the Jedi.
yeah.
$482 million.
Yeah.
Flashdance.
Yeah.
Let's go through the top ones. Flashdance next at 200 million. Octopussy, 187. Never Say Never Again.
Okay, so that's an interesting one. So that's a Bond that's not a Bond because
That's
it's not
exactly
done by
right.
the Broccoli. It's not produced by the Broccolis. And
No,
so
and it was 12 years after Sean Connery was
Bond.
not Bond.
Yeah, I think you only live twice was his last one, I think, and
Then you got Roger Moore.
Roger Moore,
Took-
and it's not a bad movie. Never Say Never Again. Kim Basinger's in
I
it.
don't like it.
Yeah, Kim Basinger's. It's not in anywhere in my top
No.
20 Bonds, but it's still watchable.
Well,
it's watchable.
you'll see it in my hit
Yeah, I think
sleeper
you're
and
gonna-
dud.
I know I was close to putting it in there as well,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
But yeah, heaps of. There were some big movies.
Well,
we'll get to those.
we'll get into that when we get into Hit, Sleeper, and Dud for 1983. I'll lead us away. My hit for 1983, Officer and a Gentleman.
Right, Dick
movie.
Gear.
Dick Gear, Deborah Winger, Louis Gossett Jr. Young man must complete his work at a Navy officer candidate school to become an aviator with the help of a tough gunnery sergeant and his new girlfriend. I actually really like An Officer and a Gentleman.
Yep.
It's a love story. It really is. It's essentially
you're a
just
romantic
love.
type.
I'm a romantic guy.
Yeah.
Don't let the facade fool you.
Yeah.
My tough exterior, there's quite a few emotions running, but great performances by the two leads. David Keith, not to be mistaken with Keith David,
Yep.
gets screwed over by his one, telling him that
She
she's
just wanted
pregnant.
she wanted a pilot.
Yeah, she said
She wanted an officer.
Yeah, but just a really, really good movie.
Mate, the fight scene.
Yeah.
in that.
I got no place left to go.
Yeah,
But the Louis Gossett Jr. and Richard Gere fight scene, in the hangar.
When he comes to at the end, he goes, "Get out here," and they just go for it on the mat.
There's so many good scenes.
Well, yeah, I mean, the scene where they go underwater, where they have to do the training.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hardcore. And because you see the breakdown of David Keith slowly coming through the movie where he can't handle, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But, mate, I watched that maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
Really good movie. Still holds up. It's fantastic.
100%.
Yeah.
Great song. Up Where We Belong, Joe Cocker.
Super iconic ending still where he scoops her up and walks out. I mean, that's been parodied.
Yeah, another Simpsons parody.
A million times.
Yeah. I'm going to take you to my car and we're going to do it twice.
But yeah, good movie. All right, I'll go next.
G-Man, go for it.
I scoured long and hard.
I'm sure you did. Return of the Jedi.
Porky's 2.
Oh, my God.
Porky's 2 is here.
Classic.
That's not it. Sudden Impact here. But I went with BMX Bandits.
Oh, right. Nicole Kidman riding around Roaring
Oh,
Mall.
David Argue.
Long Reef Golf
cousin of
Course.
Roy.
Yep. DY.
I watched this last year. It again happened to come on and I started watching it.
Yeah.
It is so
shit.
Well, no, the movie itself's not great, but it's so iconic because it was filmed where we grew up.
Yeah,
And
that's
when
right,
you look back and you see DY Beach and Curl and Warringah Mall, like, I was going to go, that's how it used to look. That's how you remember it.
That's how you remember it, yeah.
And it's because it's changed so much these days. It was really interesting to see all of that. They slide their bikes down the waterworks.
Yes.
Take their bikes down the waterworks.
Yeah. Hell.
And do you remember how popular those BMX bikes were after that? Like everybody wanted those bikes.
Yeah, you got the Tufts.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's funny you mentioned BMX Bandits because I was talking to old Strangles this week, who's going to come on as a guest host while Damo's away. He's going to be in studio.
Nice.
So he'll be joining us, and he was saying, I don't know what movie we should do. And he goes, well, could we do BMX Bandits? And I said,
wow.
No, we're not doing BMX Bandits.
Come on, you sitting here on your red line and your mongoose. And
So
your
anyway,
AP
I told him to go away and think, be better. Be better, Strangles.
Okay.
Yeah. Damo, hit.
I have gone for something that I think a lot of people probably hate. It's Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. There is some scene, like the opening scene with the old guys and the pirates, goes for too long. But holy shit, Mr. Crusoe, Michael Palin as the drill sergeant. There is so many funny things in there that I love. I know that a lot of people don't like Monty Python.
I think Monty Python is exceptional in small doses.
Yeah.
So in the Holy Grail, there are elements of that movie which are just unstoppable.
With the rabbit.
There are elements of it, right? In all their movies, there's elements of brilliance.
True.
But they're Judd Apatow before Judd Apatow, where it's let's just go too long. Let's just do too much. Let's have the in-joke go too far.
Yep.
And it's sort of like where I think like
you got to weed through some of the bad stuff to get to some of the really, really good
there's
stuff.
absolute gold.
Absolute gold in there.
Absolute gold. Yeah. But Holy Grail's the same.
Yep.
The meaning of Life of Brian is the same.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing with comedy, and especially like that, is if that's your style, some people are going to love that and other people aren't going to like it. It's not going to be their cup of tea at all.
Nah, so it's certainly mine, but I can generally see how a lot of people would go, no.
I think also you've got to grow up with it. I think you can't, like you couldn't go as a 25-year-old or 30-year-old and go and watch Monty Python.
Every parent, quotes that, he's not the Messiah.
Naughty boy. It's just a very naughty boy.
Yeah, all of that. And I think that's the thing. You grow up with that.
You do.
Yep.
It's because I remember similar to that a great mate of the podcast, Udsy, he would talk about the Kentucky Fried Movie every time we played golf on Saturday morning. He'd quote it, Catholic Schoolgirls in Trouble and all this kind of stuff. And I'd never seen it, right? And I'd never seen it. So then I downloaded it and went and watched it. And I went back and I went, I actually think less of you, mate. That's fucking appalling.
Hey, do you know how many times you've quoted Udsy quoting the Kentucky Fried Movie?
Oh, my God. It's incredible.
I've heard you say it a couple of times.
It's shit.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen I remember the ads for the Kentucky Fried Movie.
It's just skits.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, which is what a lot of Monty Python is. Yeah,
and there's a lot of nudity in it. There's some highlights.
Oh, how the hell? That's right up your alley then.
It definitely is, and yours too.
I know.
Side dick.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sleepers.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So my sleeper for 1983, Blue Thunder.
Oh, the helicopter.
Roy Scheider,
Yep.
Daniel Stern, Jaffo, just another fucking observer. It's also got one of the McDowells in it as the baddie. The cop test pilot for an experimental police helicopter learns the sinister implications of the new vehicle. Now, again, nudity. They sit in silent mode outside the apartment building. The girl does nude yoga. There's a bit of swinging.
What? What do you mean? Swinging at the yoga party.
Yeah, they bring
Jesus.
fucking hell. It's not going anywhere. There's a bit of swinging, so a couple turns up and it's game on, threesome.
Jeez, I remember that bit.
But a very, very cool movie. Roy Scheider is amazing. I loved it because obviously I'm a massive Jaws guy, so it was just for me. It was Captain Brody or Chief Brody. So I love that, but very cool helicopter. Obviously, it probably cost $8 trillion to make the helicopter that it is.
But at that sort of 80s, anytime there was some, cool new thing like Firefox, the plane,
Yep.
like in Stripes, the bus thing at the end, like the car in Tango and Cash,
Yep.
the new helicopter in Blue Thunder. That was the sort of shit that we just loved to see. Oh, look at this brand new technology, and holy, we lapped that stuff up.
Airwolf.
Yeah.
Remember Airwolf?
Yeah, but just
Jean-Michael
that
Vincent?
modern, just some, equipment that was
Well,
used.
there's no
by the
Airwolf without Blue Thunder.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, G-Man, your sleeper.
Look, I went out of my wheelhouse a bit.
Oh, this is going to be
time.
Revenge of the Ninja or something, isn't it?
It's not. It's even better. It's Lone Wolf McQuade.
The Bronco.
Great
Oh, mate.
movie. Chuck Norris at his absolute best in his prime.
It's probably the preview looks incredible. I reckon it's a lot slower than movie.
Yep.
But that Bronco when he gets buried in the sand and he's got to drive out, it is pretty cool.
I was watching the trailer for it last night, and it's so good. There's a scene where Chuck's standing up on a cliff, and these guys are spraying machine guns at him, and it's all hitting the cliff below his feet, and he's just standing there stock still, not moving, and then they stop shooting, and then he just picks up his rifle and then just starts taking them out, taking the trucks out. It's just so good. He wears like Clark Griswold's, business. Or his,
yes.
full
Yeah, he
shirt
does.
with a camo cut-off arm.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's why the machine gunners couldn't see him.
Yeah, it was so good.
But he
That's why they couldn't see
he loved being a Texas Ranger, didn't he? That's why he then did his Walker.
Yeah. Well,
He
that fed into
he
that.
loved that role, Texas Ranger.
He loved tight pants, business shirt. Like
Yep.
tight pants, button
Oh, he loved the tight
Yeah.
pants and the boots.
I don't know how he did any martial arts with
Yeah.
the tightness of his pants.
But the trailer, like that scene when he's at the start, this is it. When you're the best, you do things with style.
Fucking hell.
It's great.
Oh, mate.
Okay, Damo, sleeper.
My sleeper, I've gone for another comedy, and once again, definitely not everyone's cup of tea. It's Steve Martin's The Man with Two Brains.
I actually really like this movie.
Dr.
Huff.
HFUFFF, and with the other one.
Kathleen Turner.
Yeah, who's for Femel, or
Yeah.
whatever, Femel.
Jeez, I love this when I was a kid. I love Steve Martin
it's
movies.
a funny movie. I thought this is just so ridiculously stupid that I
Yep.
didn't want to watch it. But when I watched it, I laughed my head
Yeah.
off.
It was one of those ones, very good cover, video cover with the
Yeah.
brain
With the-
on the
in
front
the- in the-
with
in the
his
glass.
head.
Yeah.
It relies a lot on his ability to be such a good comedian.
Yeah, and the name, and he's always saying huff and huff, 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 huff. Yeah, funny
Doesn't
movie.
the brain talks to him?
Yeah,
it's got
he falls in love
female
with it.
voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Falls in
right.
Love with it.
Yeah.
So she wants to kill his wife, who's Kathleen Turner, who's
That's
a bitch.
right. Yeah.
So he can put the brain of the of the thing into her.
Into her.
Yeah.
Stupid but freaking funny.
Very well. Okay, my dud. The Black Stallion returns.
Oh right.
Okay, so firstly, a teenager loses his horse in Morocco and gets him back after various daredevil adventures. Now, I've got a long history with the Black Stallion. My grandmother gave me the book. The movie, which starred Ricky Schroeder.
Ooh, one of the great child actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silver spoons.
Where they're on the boat and the boat sinks and he finds the stallion on this desert stallion that was on the boat they get together they find each other on the desert island, and he sort of bonds with it, and actually then ends up riding it in like at Ascot or whatever. It's a fucking incredible movie.
Oh, so it's a horse racing one.
Well,
right.
it's not. It becomes a horse racing
Right.
movie. The first half of the movie is the bonding between him and the horse.
It's two separate stories.
Yeah,
right?
it is true. And then they get rescued from the island. They go back to England or America or wherever they go, and he ends up riding the horse in racing. And it is incredible movie. It's so fucking good. It's reminds me so much of my childhood. Everything about it. I just remember watching this a lot. The original one. This Black Stallion Returns. Shit house.
Mate, once you make something good, you can't go back to the well.
Shit house.
Black Stallion was I remember that being one of those really, really good. It's like a bit like The Man from Snow River or Storm Boy.
Yeah.
You know, where you really...
Hey, listen, don't give too much away with my Storm Boy.
Storm Ibis.
Storm with the Ibises. That's going to be, when that comes out, you'll be talking like the Black Stallion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Storm Bin.
Storm Bin. That's
Storm
a good
Bin.
name.
Storm Bin.
All right, my dud for the year.
Herbie. Here we go.
My dud for the year, I haven't seen it, but it's all in the name. It's an 83 movie with Timothy Hutton and Mandy Patinkin. It's called Daniel. Now, sorry if any of our listeners are
Patinkin is
named.
freaking
Sorry if any of our
awesome,
listeners are named Daniel. You're probably really good, but the one we work
Daniel
with
Morgan.
sucks.
No, our Daniel sucks.
Yeah, he's not here
hopeless.
today, by the way.
yes.
Yeah, notable mention.
He's gone. People, he apologises, but we think he might be moving to a monthly rotation. We're not sure.
Well, Gow's been in New Zealand. I've been in hospital, and we're here.
Yeah, and I've never missed an episode.
Mate,
Yeah, well, hang on.
the guy's busy on the land.
The other week you had COVID.
Still released.
You were right.
Still released.
Yeah.
No, I've never missed an episode.
You're Mr. Consistent. You're the backbone, mate.
That's it.
The vertebrae.
This is it.
Yep.
Someone's got to be. You know, I got fucking the cripple here.
Yep. Thank
You
you.
know?
That's me.
All right.
My dud, and we've brought it up, and I don't know if I really call it a dud, but I just hated the fact 2 James Bonds came out at the same year. I just really didn't like it. And Sean Connery's like, mate, you've had your time. Don't come back 12 years later and bring out a movie at the same time that Octopussy comes out. I just didn't like it. So Never Say Never Again is my dud.
Right.
And yeah, like you said, it was a different studio. They just owned the rights to that one story, and they decided to do it and get Sean back.
Yeah, look, it's not ideal.
Was he looking for a role at that time? Trying to get back his prime, because he would have been.
They were a similar age to Sean Connery and Roger Moore.
Sean Connery looks quite old in it.
But he does look old, even though they are kind of a similar age. But I just like, no way. It'd be like Pierce Brosnan bringing out one, when Daniel Craig's like, it's like, you've had your time, bugger off. So,
And it was a bit of a rehash of previous stories.
Yeah.
Like, it's the old nuclear weapon thing, and
Yeah.
it's, it was actually, I think it's actually almost a rehash of one of his earlier stories where there's a crash plane in the sea and they've got to get the nuclear missiles from it. Yeah.
yeah.
So you look at this though, but Dr. No was 1962.
Yeah.
From Russia with Love, 63. Goldfinger was 1964. Thunderball, 1965. So he was doing that for a long time. So he's really tried to put himself on the comeback trail here. Into this movie.
But he did look old. It just didn't
You Only
work.
Live Twice was 67.
That's his last one, yeah? You Only Live Twice?
Yeah.
so then maybe it was more than 12
No, Diamonds
years.
Are Forever.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay. So he did 6.
Yeah.
He did 6.
So you had a fair shot.
You've had a fair crack.
Yeah. It was just kind of silly. But to have 2 in the same year, it's like, what the heck is this? And I did see them both at the movies too. Though I definitely liked Octopussy better. Maud Adams.
Yeah,
Maud Adams.
I think she's the only multiple Bond girl.
She was. She's been in it twice, yeah.
Okay. Well done, gentlemen. Good one. Let's move into question time. Question 1, straight off the bat. Is there a hornier dad in all of cinema than Clark? He's having a crack every single time.
Well, I think probably he might be the same as most dads, but they just showed it, that side of him more. Because I'm pretty sure if Christy Brinkley drove up next to you...
Oh, no, I get that, but...
with his wife,
every single chance he gets,
on the floor,
he's having a go.
in the camp thing.
Kids are in the room next door.
Kids are in the
with
back
the
of
door
car.
open.
Yeah.
You're in the back of the car.
Yeah.
What about with the door's open? Or unlocked.
Yeah.
Definitely on a holiday like that with your family, it's like, you don't even generally think about it.
I think you got to try and squeeze it in.
Well,
I
And
love how he comes out from under the blanket with the undies on the
Oh
finger.
my God.
Yeah.
Where's Mum? I'm under here, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
bloody
he's
Sparky.
trying to have a crack everywhere.
Oh, mate.
Anytime you slap a sandwich on your chin,
That's my favourite part of the whole movie. That's my
I
favourite
think
part
we
of
all
the
might agree with that.
That's my favourite part. Okay. Have you ever been on a road trip with the family and thought copying a blowjob in the front seat was a good idea?
Well, he suggested it. She wasn't up for it, but she
Mate.
was quite happy to go for a little snooze down there. But unfortunately, the steering wheel got locked
Okay,
on
so
her.
then, so again, and this is where I've got to take umbrage with Ellen, right? She's given the wrong message here.
Oh, right.
You can't be
Well,
talking
she
about.
did say no.
Yeah, I know, but then you can't go lie in the lap. You can't. You can't. It'd be like saying, "No, darling, we're not doing anything tonight," and then hopping in the bed naked. Sorry, you can't be giving mixed messages here. We're just men.
Yeah, right.
We're only men.
simple
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, why is she going to put her head in his lap anyway while he's driving?
Just have a
Yeah,
little
just having a
snooze.
little snooze.
Yeah.
Just lean on the freaking side.
Yeah. It was because it was the full front bench.
full
Yeah,
bench
it was a
seat,
full
yeah.
bench seat.
The Wagon Queen family truckster had it all.
It was everything.
Mate, it was a cracker.
It was everything. Okay. When's enough? When do you just go, fuck this, we're turning around?
The kids gave up, but Clark's on his mission. He is determined. Even you would think that the Arizona would, off the road would be the last. You would think.
That's it.
Hang on.
There's no comeback from that. And when you've got the wobbly wheels,
Yeah.
when you're driving, like, there's no way you're still going.
That was probably should have been
Or
the signal.
when you start fleecing cash out of the register at the hotel at the Grand Canyon, maybe that's because they got no more cash.
Nothing.
What about he offers him $1,000?
Yeah,
for
700.
300.
You keep 700.
You keep 700.
I'll give you I love that scene. He's funny. He goes, well, we need a credit card with it. And he's like, I don't have a credit card. That's the whole point of the check.
Check 10 days to clear.
You have to stay here.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, righto.
Yeah.
No, poor Clark, he's obsessed with getting to Walley World and having the perfect family holiday.
He was so determined, and he was so positive all the time with his family and everything.
Until he fucking loses it, which is amazing.
He always found, he was quite positive and smiled along and just went with it and went with the flow.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the funny scene was when he has the fight with her, with Beverly D'Angelo?
Yeah.
And goes downstairs into the bar.
In his white shoes.
And then that bar for a little hotel is
pumping,
cranking.
wasn't it ever?
Pumping. It is absolutely pumping.
Yeah.
There's pianos
I
going, there's
didn't
people
actually-
smoking.
yeah.
And I said, because then when they walk into the pool with Christy Brinkley, it's all dead again.
Yeah.
But my point being, when he was in there and he sits down next to the first dark-haired lady,
just brushing
and
him.
obviously he says something to her and then she just brushes him.
Yeah.
So I'm always interested to think, what did he say
Exactly,
to her?
because it was all silent there.
Yes.
And then he sat next to the next girl.
But
then
he
the
asks her one
boyfriend turns
question
up.
and then
Yeah.
she says, and then the next question she obviously arcs up and then he goes. So
No idea what he was saying.
Yeah, yeah.
How good is he, Clark?
Yeah.
I love how he puts the white shoes on.
But again, I'm gonna go back to Ellen. It takes the bloke completely like losing his shit to go, oh, okay, I'll fuck you now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
She wanted to get a bit wild.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get wild. Let's
Hang
go to the
on,
pool.
he's been trying to fuck you the whole time, right? He thinks you're attractive. He thinks you're pretty. Give him some.
Well,
Right.
he would have got it in the camp if it wasn't for Dinky chewing on the mat.
No,
on the
he did
sleeping
ruin
bag.
himself a few times.
Yeah.
He did ruin himself a few times. Dinky, wild animal. I'm going to go for it, hun.
Well, he didn't meet Dinky last night because he had the shits. He had the shits, so we let him sleep in the barn.
All right, last question. Road trips. Seriously overrated. We've all would have done them as kids.
Yeah.
Gow,
I've done 1,000
You've done 1,000 of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we can all relate. That's why, a lot of people didn't actually look at this movie as satire. They actually related to it.
Yes.
It's like, you know what? That's happened to me. Or that. Obviously, this was a bit extreme, but everyone has got
But that's it.
some horror road trip story.
That's what relates because he relates, the family relates,
As a
and
dad,
the trip relates, yeah.
As the kids in the backseat fighting. As a mum, you could see everything related.
How many dads have been the one in the drive shit? No, we're going to go here. We're going to check this out. It's great. You
Yeah.
go, we're going to check out the world's second biggest, ball
ball
of
of
yarn.
twine.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's such a dad thing to do.
But yeah, I think we all. I remember just we went to the snow once. My dad and my brother, and we had our racks, which were key lock ski racks. Put our skis in it.
Oh, yeah,
drove down there. Yeah, Dad left the keys for the racks at home. So when we got there, we just couldn't get our skis, so we had to go and hire shit. But everyone's always got some sort of story,
Terry,
of you just stuffed up.
I remember when we were kids, because we used to go to Trial Bay at Southwest Rocks every year and camping with family friends, and we'd pack up the whole car and the trailer. Dad would get me to help him. We'd pack the trailer, we'd put the tarp over it and lash it all over with heaps of rope, and we'd put his ski and the surfboard on the roof with everything else, and we'd tie that down. And one time we were coming home on the old Pacific Highway, outside of Kendall or somewhere like that, I just remember looking out the window, and then my surfboard was beside me in the back seat. So what had happened was we'd put ocky straps around them, and we'd put the ocky strap in, but the strap had straightened out because it was under pressure, and that was probably lucky that happened, because they flung off and the ski and the board came off. They were hung on to one side of the car for a little bit, and then they eventually released. But that gave everyone, they didn't just go flying off into the cars behind us. I don't know if there was anyone, but the surf ski and the board were totaled.
Shit.
Luggage off the roof. Mate, they didn't even get out of their garage before their luggage came off their roof.
Well, that sets the tone right there.
All the neighbours are there, have a good trip.
Yeah.
And, just what an idiot.
Yeah, absolute idiot. Absolute idiot. All right, Born to Watch OnlyFans, quietish week, but we did get something through on Instagram.
Ooh.
Which I'm going to put up on our stories for Instagram. Billy Green, good Chroma High guy. Big fan, has been from the start, so love you, Billy. Mate, sent through what the first session at Chroma Community Centre.
Yeah, you can't put that up.
Oh, I saw that this morning.
Mate, very funny.
Very funny.
Very, very funny.
Nice work, Billy.
Gow has fond memories. Gow has very fond memories.
That was where me and my Shidoshi...
That's it. That's became really tight.
It was like a Shawshank Redemption style.
It was the sisters. The sisters are in the house.
Nice work. Shout out, Billy. Hope you're well.
Well done. Love that. Keep them coming. Pardon the pun. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll start with you, Damo. What do you got for good?
Well, as I said just 5 seconds ago, it was a relatable movie. You could all relate to the dad and the family. The mum being the one that's trying to be sort of organised and everything. The dad with the excitement trying to build everyone up. The kids fighting in the back.
Yeah.
Just like that. So
a standard family holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids were pretty well behaved for most of it, I've got to say.
They were pretty cool, yeah.
What about Clark driving? What's that smell?
Yeah,
Rusty, your feet.
Rusty, your feet.
But Chevy Chase, obviously, is good. But the other thing that I think is the second star of the show is the Wagon Queen family truckster.
Oh, God.
But, and you said at the beginning, the colour, okay, metallic pea, right? So they've always come up with exotic colours for cars.
So bad.
But so you go... he's obviously after the Antarctic Blue Super Sports Wagon, but you didn't order the metallic P. So just think about the colour. It's a P, and they've got a metallic version of it.
God.
You know what else colour that the Wagon Queen family truckster would come in? What would you think? There'd be a metallic P, and think Matt Ray. What other colour would be a nice colour?
The red anal probe.
Dog cock red.
DCR.
DCR. It'd definitely be in the DCR.
I would love to have. You didn't pick the dog cock red.
What was it? Well, he picked Antarctic Blue.
It was after Antarctic Blue, but that's the difference between. And Antarctic Blue sounds really beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
Metallic P
Yes.
sounds ridiculous.
Metallic P was the same colour as my first 1980 VC Commodore wagon.
Oh,
it was
VJ
VJ 706.
P?
Yeah, in a wagon. And when I heard that last night, I was. That's one of the ones that made me laugh out loud. Was metallic P.
I loved it. So yeah.
Do you know the Wagon Queen family truck had 8 headlights?
It did. It lost a few though.
They took a second pair from a Crown Victoria car and mounted them outside the stock. Because I had a look into the car, because they made this specifically for the film, obviously, right?
Right.
The car.
Yeah. With the wood panelling, it was just
An awful car.
Yeah.
It had the fuel filler door. Like
around
the
front.
side.
Yeah.
And it had the trash can bag for the
airbags.
For the airbag?
It was like a garbage bag.
It's a garbage
bag.
bag.
Out twice. Yeah, I know. And I also love just a bit that a lot of people probably don't notice is when the guys stole the rims off the car. They also wrote honky lips.
Honky lips. I've got honky lips on my thing.
Honky lips.
I've got honky lips for good.
The fact that they got honky lips written on their car.
Oh, my God. Honky lips.
It kills me. But yeah, the number one scene for me is the sandwich dance. That to me is the greatest dance scene It beats Bloodsport. It beats Van Damme's dance scene. You can show me anything from Grease or Dirty Dancing or whatever. Nothing beats that sandwich dance. He thought he was so sexy with that sandwich. He even
What about him peeling the sandwich?
Oh my God. He hits it on his chin. He even kisses it and blows a kiss with the sandwich.
Yeah.
Like he thinks this is some hot, flirty move to Christy Brinkley, who's dancing with a beer, with the wind in her hair, like she's filming an ad.
Now,
Don't you think it's an odd scene? Like,
It's totally odd.
So there's two guys just standing there looking at her, and she's just dancing.
She's dancing like
so
she's filming an
my
ad.
question, I've got a question. Is there actually music playing out of her car, or is the music in their heads?
I don't know. I'm assuming, because
I think the music's in their heads.
when it turns to Chevy Chase and he's just got his arm up on the tree and he starts wiggling his butt, literally, that is my favourite dance scene in any
Yeah, it's
Oh,
awesome.
my God.
It's so good. And that was improvised.
Yeah.
He came up with that. Same was the beer chugging scene
Oh, with Russ.
with Rusty. That was just an improvised.
Well, and that's the other thing. I loved his chats with Rusty. And this is one thing that I always remember with my dad, because we watch it. My dad says to me so often now, "Good talk, son." Yeah, good talk, son. That's our standard thing, right? Yeah. We have a chat. Yeah, good talk, son. And it always comes from this. And Lindsay Buckingham's song "Holiday Road."
Mate, I've got the top of my list.
Okay, yeah. Well, then you go on then from there.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I only found out it was Lindsay Buckingham about 5 years ago.
Right. Yes.
So
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was Kenny Loggins.
So did I.
I 100% thought it was Kenny
Sounds
Loggins.
exactly like Kenny Loggins.
I thought that has to be Kenny Loggins, and you don't even realise it's in the credits. It's in the credits at the start of the
Lindsay
movie.
Buckingham, yeah.
Right, Holiday Road by Lindsay Buckingham. One, I probably didn't really know who Lindsay Buckingham was back in the 80s because didn't really discover Fleetwood Mac till later.
That was a bit before our time, yeah.
But it's so fucking good.
It's a good song.
And not only that, like Lindsay Buckingham, he's a fucking rock god.
He's an incredible musician, singer.
Rooted Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
just mad on the coke. In the possibly what could be the greatest band of all time.
Yeah.
It's in the conversation.
Yeah.
And he's written a jingle for this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a jingle.
And it is one of the, that's passed over into pop culture.
Mate, that's all I've got for pop culture is Holiday Road.
Because anybody that hears that song, you instantly think of the movie. Instantly think of the movie.
Yep. Incredible song.
Love it. So good.
Yep.
Okay, G-Man.
Is that your only good?
No, I've got other good, but I'll wait till the end.
Oh,
You got more?
No.
Okay.
We've kind of really hit everything. I mean, with Holiday Road, I had Metallic P. I had in there.
It's pretty hard to beat that.
The tight khaki shorts we've already talked about.
Yeah.
The other was his glasses.
Oh, what? Like when they
break? When they break?
Just the size of them. They were that 80s, like
feminine
super
too.
massive. They were tortoise shell rimmed or whatever they were, and they were so big, covered half your head. And that's where they used to wear them. You know, my dad used to have those big glasses too.
Yeah.
I loved his get up. The scene where they wake up and he's sweating, after they nearly crashed.
Oh my God.
Asleep.
Sleep driving. I've got sleep driving. That's fucking hilarious.
But the one where he swerved all like.
where he's off the road, yes.
Yeah, and he comes back and then she wakes up and then he's sweating. Now, the reason I laughed out loud at that last night is because you guys might be aware that me and Morgs went travelling a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Did you?
But, yeah, we did. We travelled together, just two mates,
Two.
Christy Brinkley, Chevy Chase.
But we were travelling one time, coming back from somewhere, the two of us in our Daihatsu Pony.
Right.
It ended up only going backwards, that car.
Metallic P.
It was a white one. But we were driving through these mountains, and it was Morgs' turn to drive, and we'd stopped at We'd stopped at Arby's or, Wendy's.
Well, you would have
or something.
stopped before he got in because he just refuses to stop.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm in the passenger seat, so I've had a little sleep, and then it started snowing, and we're up really high in the mountains, and I didn't think too much about it. I've had a sleep, and I must have dozed off for half an hour or 15 minutes or whatever it was. And I woke up, and I just sort of heard this jolt, and I woke up, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And Morgs was as white as a ghost. Oh. And he goes, you wouldn't believe how bad that road we just came through. We nearly crashed like 4 times, and I was like,
Morgs has said this story. Yeah, you were asleep. You didn't give a shit.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know anything. And he was death holding that thing like so, and his face was white. I've never seen him like that.
Yeah, it's scary.
I was like, anyway, I rolled back over.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me when you guys were at schoolies, and I took my parents' car and we drove up with a couple of boys from school. So from the Northern Beaches to the Gold Coast in my dad's Toyota Cressida car, company car, and we got to Bombi, which is just outside of Coffs Harbour, and at that time it took about 8 hours to get to Coffs Harbour.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
and it was we left at 11 a.m. and I think 11 p.m. Sorry, we left 11 p.m. I've never encountered worse conditions on the road. It rained so much. It was so hard to rain, and the road trains were flying past us. I was driving. It was about 5 a.m. and it had stopped raining, but it was very misty. And anyway, I remember that I started to fall asleep at the wheel, right? And the boys were asleep, one in the back, one in the front. Started to fall asleep at the wheel, and I literally caught myself drifting off. And I actually then pulled over. And I actually pulled into a service station, bought like $50 worth of shit, massive bottle of Coke, some food and stuff, drove about 100 metres up the road, was drinking this stuff. The boys are still asleep. They woke up as I'm doing laps around the car and doing push-ups outside the car to wake myself up.
Far out.
Yeah. So anyway, we've all had those stories.
Yeah.
Scary. Anything else, man?
Just another one. When we were over there, we were travelling one time with a few people, and we're going to the similar thing, going to the mountains. It's snowing, and there's like a track in the road that you can be on. Like you can't in your lane, in the cars in front of you, because you don't want to get out of that. You're sliding in. You're only doing 80 in the 110 zone, and it was getting on dusk, and we're driving. This car in front of us was being a bit erratic, and we're like, whoever was driving. We said, just get around them as soon as you can safely, because this car, we don't know what it's going to do. You know, there's a big chance for an accident. We drove past this person, and as we went past, it was a girl driving, and she was reading a book. She's on her own, and she's driving in the snow, and she's got her book in the steering wheel, and she's changing pages as she's driving.
That is another level of confidence.
Yeah, another level of confidence, all right. And we were just like, get past her as quick as we can and keep going.
Holy shit.
Yep. All right. Any more, G?
No, that's it.
Okay. I'll just tack on to that. I think the sleep driving thing is fucking amazing. When he falls asleep and he still manages to steer, wakes up, puts the brakes on, back into the car park, and we're here, kids.
Yeah.
Right, and it's just like, nothing ever happened.
That was brilliant.
Right, that's the first time you see honky lips.
Yeah, you do.
Right, when it flips around.
I think the other one said, I think we're through the worst of it.
Oh,
and then the bags come falling off the car.
That's right. Okay, I've got probably one of the first movies to ever tack on to the men refusing to ask for directions.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's like, no, I'll be right. It's just down here, and we'll just keep going. She's like, pull over, Clark. Yeah. He shouldn't have pulled over.
Hey, Holmes. Hey, Holmes. Bro.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Ben, you know.
Oh, my God. We've touched on it a bit, but I love the whole cousin scene.
Yep.
You know, take the kids out the back to see your worm farm.
Yeah.
And then it's like, a guy taught me last week to bop the baloney. So hang on a minute. A guy taught you? There are questions to ask about that.
Mate, I loved it when he said it, and he grabs his hand grips and he starts doing his little hand grip weights.
Rusty doesn't know what to say, because I think Rusty has, but he's in the guilt years.
Yeah.
And he just goes back, he goes, use it. How are you supposed to use these? Have you ever bopped your balloon?
Yeah, and that's the thing. When I was that age, when we watched it, we were all like kind of quiet when that thing came on. It's like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
No,
Damo's like, no, but I've had 1,000 dicks.
Yeah, completely different.
So I think that whole thing, and then, I'm going steady. I French kiss. Everybody does that, but my dad says I'm the best.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
That scene at the farm, it just goes one-liner to one-liner all the way through.
Fucking hell. And then, can I help you with that Kool-Aid? And she's mixing it with her hand.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is
the hamburger helper, all of it.
It's just
What's
hilarious.
your bun, light or dark?
Yeah. Oh, my God. And we've already mentioned it, but the luggage on the roof.
Yep.
So the simple joke sets the tone straight away.
Yep.
Because I'd forgotten about it, and then it cuts into the garage, and I go, here we go. I remember now.
You can clearly see. It's like,
First thing. First thing.
Yeah.
They had some luggage, didn't they?
Too much luggage. Too much luggage. First set of movie boobs.
Yeah.
And a really good set.
Yeah.
A good set to be introduced to.
Yeah.
Well done, Beverly.
I agree.
Well done. And well done, Al Pacino.
Yeah, and it was funny because it was just a bit of random nudity, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, it was not required.
No, it was
just
totally
sort of
unnecessary.
So, Christy Brinkley was supposed to be nude?
Yeah, she refused.
Yeah, well, at the start she was going to be nude and getting in the pool, and then they paired it back to her getting into her... into the
bra and
lingerie or the bra and undies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really... Because that movie didn't sort of have any nudity to that point, and then bang, Beverly D'Angelo's in the shower.
It's like in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then she gets out. She's out of the shower too.
And they're still popping out.
A quick flash into the mirror.
Mate, love it.
And then into the pool.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a very early 80s. Let's just get some boob in there.
I think everyone's like, holy shit, there's Norks in this. Unbelievable.
Game on.
Yeah.
Game on. And we've already mentioned it, but I'm going to go for it, honey. That actually made me laugh out loud.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because she's talking about something else and he goes, yeah, I'm going to go for it, honey.
Yeah, I've gone for it.
Who says that?
Yeah.
Who says that?
That's the whole beauty of Clark. It's like, yes, I'm a wild animal. Yeah. Yes, it's me. Like, but he's smooth talking. We're here in the one sleeping bag. We're
two hearts
beating as one.
Oh, Sparky.
Just the worst.
Yeah. Reminds me of Ricky Bobby when they go to kiss in the scene at the end.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Last one. The theme park car park theory.
Oh, yeah, park up the back.
Yep. I use it to this day.
It's popular culture.
It is, and you know what? I've never really realised until last night.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I've got that from.
No, 100%.
It is so strategic where you park in a theme park.
I agree.
You cannot park. You think you're getting up the front? No way.
But not just theme park, footy games, anything.
Yeah.
You look at the car park, you go, how am I going to get out of here? What's the quickest way to get out?
That's the smartest thing. It's the smartest thing Clark does the whole movie.
Though, but he's so organised with all of that, you know.
Yeah.
It's got everything down to the T.
It's the smartest thing he does the whole movie.
Yep.
And I use it to this day.
So
I will strategically park so that I can get the fuck out of there quickly.
And I always say, this is the Griswold spot.
Yeah.
Find the Griswold spot, get out easy.
Yeah.
I love when they get there and go, oh, first one's here.
Yeah, first one's here. You know, when I first saw the movie, I really did think, they're the first ones here.
Yeah.
And I did, that was another surprise. It was like, it's closed. But I think a lot of people probably watched and went, there's no one there in the car park. The place is obviously not open. Yeah. But I didn't catch on to that when I was a kid when I was watching it. But I'm sure if you watch it all, it's like, it's clearly shut.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, the bad. We'll start with you, G.
Well, going on from that, for someone so super organised and having everything packed and having a plan on the computer.
Oh, yes, on the
and all computer. Of that and down to that and like, I've got this plan that we've got to be there on Saturday morning, so all my times are done. Do you think he would have checked that the park was open and what price the tickets were and forward value for tickets?
Yeah, probably.
Like, you would think he would have done something like that. He had everything planned to get there Saturday morning. Yeah. He would have known the prices and what times and everything like that. Yeah. Like, surely he's done that and he would have found out.
He would have called.
He would have had to have rung because there was no computer back then to do anything like that.
Yep.
He would have had to have called them. The other one was in the park. They get Guard Lasky, they get John Candy, and then all of a sudden the rides are just open.
Yeah, everything's on.
So they're just riding.
It must be remote control.
And he's in there with them like, how are they stopping? Who's looking after this? Who's turned it on? Who's done all of that stuff? Like, are you going to throw your family in and go, let's just jump on this roller coaster? There's been no testing or anything done. We'll just jump on.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
But John Candy said, now make sure you keep your arms and elbows in, kids. So it just sort of gave it that, okay, look, he's done this before. He knows how to get the rides moving.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, the moose should have stopped you out the front. But the guard would go, oh, okay, I'll just turn everything on. Like, I know how to turn everything on. I have the keys for everything.
Yeah.
It turned out to be the best day he'd ever had.
Definitely. Despite the BB shot to the arse.
Would have broken
Pierced the skin. Pierced the skin. You done, G-Man?
Yep.
Okay, Damo.
It's something too that you kind of don't know. I didn't pick it up till somebody told me, but you know the wiping the dishes scene in the kitchen?
Yes.
So Beverly D'Angelo is just scraping the scraps off the plate, handing the plate to Clark. He's just wiping it with the tea towel and he's putting it in the cupboard. So they're not actually washing the dishes.
So I've noticed that before, but that's so Chevy Chase, right? Like just that comedy, or just a little bit where you're not even made aware of it. It's just in the movie, right?
Have a look at the amount of shit on the tea towel, right? So then she's scraping, he's wiping.
I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
It's the hallmark of what he was doing. It's so good.
But some of the slapstick probably went a little, like, pull the petrol hose out and he's just tripping on that. Always tripping on the dog lead.
When he's wound around his leg.
Wound around it. Just,
just a little bit.
He was such klutz, like over the top klutz, but it's all part of it.
So, in that scene when he rips the license plate off and it flings out, that's not supposed to go near her. So his reaction is real because it flings and it goes flying past her. And he
hits her.
It
really hits her.
It could have actually.
So he was actually, that's a real reaction.
Yeah,
to that happening.
he's just ripped. That was pretty funny. But, obviously the pool scene with Christy Brinkley, real zero stealth there. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
There's no stealth. It's like,
No.
oh, come here. Well, in the most brightly lit part of the whole hotel.
Yeah, with 50 rooms.
Yeah.
With people who are apparently asleep, who then the lights go on within 5
they're all
seconds.
outside,
Bang, they're all outside.
So no, but the bit I did find it, when he went nuts, when he did his crack up, when he abused the whole family.
Well, you're all fucked in the head.
Yeah,
Oh,
that bit
it's the
there.
best.
It is, but it was just not Clark to me. It wasn't as.
I think
Clark.
he snapped though.
I think that's the point.
That's
He's
the
gone,
blue balls.
To me, that's it. He's snapped. He's gone
I know
over.
that's your point, but he really did change. He went
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde there.
Yeah, it's the blue balls,
Yeah.
mate. It'll turn us all mad.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
it. Not a lot of bad, but
Well, I'm going to lead into this. I got Ellen could give Clark a little loving. No wonder he lost it. Like, your man's driving. She's not doing any driving. She's not doing anything on this trip.
She sleeps.
All she does is sleep. Suck your man's dick.
well, she
Once or twice in 2 weeks. Just get a slow one. Something. Because, it was building. You could tell that it was building. He was a race car in the red and he was literally ready to blow. And when he calls his family fuckheads,
Yep.
that was happening. It was always going to happen. The blue balls is real. And thank you, Clark. You've just proven it to all the women out there. And for the 4 women that are listening to this podcast, you've now got an insight into the male psyche.
Yeah, that's
there
what
you
happened.
go. Family road trips and the singing annoys me, right? And how serious they are with it, right? That's planned. They have done that over and over. Obviously, she's an incredible singer, right?
Yep.
But it's almost like they've done 30 road trips and they just sing Mockingbird.
Mockingbird, yeah.
So interestingly, because they were doing that scene, they had to sit in the car for so long. So the two of them would just riff songs.
Yeah.
And that's where the scene came from. Let's put this in, because they would sit in the car singing away, because it was taking hours and hours, days and days to do all these shots in the car.
Yeah, I got in there. How does he not know the park's shut? You've got it in good. I've got it in bad. Clark's shorts.
Yeah.
They were like 1 inch from seeing the tip of his penis coming out the bottom.
Yeah.
They were shorts.
Or if Nick Nolte was wearing them, it'd be sack either side.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Down the
Oh, he'd be tripping over. I got to say, also, very formal attire for a road trip. So,
Yes.
she's dressed up, and they're going for man, it's 4,000 kilometres where they're going. It's a
'cause
long
it's 2,400
2.5
miles.
hour,
Yeah.
2,500 miles.
Yeah.
They go a long way.
Yeah, don't know, do people dress up? I mean, people used to dress up to go on planes, right? Everyone used to
put the tie
dress
on.
up and go, because it was a formal thing.
Mate, I'm wearing shorts and thongs on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Please.
Yeah.
What about you, Damo, on your trip? How are you going to dress? Full body cast?
I might have to, some sort of DVT pants or something.
Okay, yeah, you'll need that. Some
tights.
You'll need that. Speak to Morgs.
Some bike shorts.
Morgs
I might
gets-
wear bike pants. I might go like Colette in You Can Ring My Bell film clip.
Ding dong ding, you can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell, ding dong ding. Fucking hell. American movies and warm beers. In lots of American movies, they drink warm beers all the time. Clark does it here. There's no way those beer that he has with Rusty is cold.
No.
Right? They do it all the time. They got a 6-pack that they're walking around with, and they drink warm beer all the time.
Yeah.
It annoys me every fucking time.
Just this taste is horrible.
Yeah.
Mate.
It's not something, I mean...
Every
we're
1
gonna-
degree that loses in temp is 10% reduction in taste. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you're drinking that. And then after you've had a major car accident, I don't think you're sitting down to have a warm beer on the side
But
of
it
the
was
road.
good how Chevy, gave it to Russ, and Russ sculled it. And then gave it back to Chevy. Chevy doesn't say anything. He just, I'll just take the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't say
Just
anything.
keeps talking.
It's just perfectly natural.
Now, don't let your mum smell that beer on your breath.
Okay, Cousin Dale's midriff shirt.
Oh, I know.
Solid.
Went with his hand grips and his...
Well, he's a wankaholic with a midriff shirt.
yeah.
Now, mate, you need the bottom half of your shirt just in case you need something to wipe with. Like, you're missing half of your wiping ability here.
He was an expert. He was an expert.
he was.
Don't try and tell him any advice.
Do you think he's Andy Dufresne? Do you think he was stuck that poster?
Probably could have. He probably could have. Yeah, get his own glue factory.
Yeah, well, he stuck
could have
those.
started the Clag factory.
You know what? I am not sure he's using them properly because none of those pages were stuck together. Of those magazines.
Because he cherished them and he wouldn't sell them to Rusty.
Wouldn't sell them. I use them. How do you use a magazine?
Yeah,
it's so fucking funny. Okay, the ugly, Damien.
I'm just going the truckster.
Yeah, I've got.
It was ugly and beautiful.
Yeah.
At the same time,
It was ugly, but it grows on you.
I honestly think it is a character in this movie.
Of course it is, yeah. For sure.
It is such a pivotal part of the show.
Yeah, it is. It's a massively pivotal part of it.
Yeah.
Everything to do with it.
It was just so
Terrible. It's a terrible motor vehicle.
The colour, the wood panel, the metallic grip.
But it's making noises the minute he drives it away.
No,
it's just a shit car.
I love when he gets. What's that sound? Oh, it's nothing. It's new car.
new cars, all new cars.
We'll just stop that now.
Yeah, make noises.
Just wait till you drive it. G-Man, what do you got for ugly?
I didn't really have anything ugly. We've kind of hit all the bad stuff in there.
Yep.
I would say the dog scene.
I've got dog. I got the dog.
I do not have a problem with that dog getting killed.
No. I've got it as ugly because it's
People nowadays.
I don't think you make that scene today. I don't know. But
it is so fucking.
People
funny,
don't
though.
understand 80s bad taste comedy, right? It is comedy. It's bad taste comedy. You know,
that's what I mean. It's 80s.
And it's dickheads now will go, oh no, it's animal cruelty. This no, it's just called bad taste comedy.
Yeah.
You've changed. You don't get it. So I don't have a problem with it.
So apparently that scene took a long time to film. The cop and Chevy were pissing themselves laughing.
So I looked at that and when you watch the scene, you can see the two, and especially Chevy Chase trying not to break.
Poor thing.
Yeah,
poor
and
thing.
he does that a lot.
Probably kept up for a couple of miles.
Yeah, I know. And that cop, just when he pulled him over, get out of the car.
Yeah.
I just built you over the head with the back of this gun. It's like, what have I done?
Do you know the penalty for animal cruelty in this state? No, I don't. Well, it's probably pretty stiff.
Yeah.
But what about here's your leash, sir, and I'm just going to go back and pick up the body off
rest of the carcass.
And then they cut to Edna, and she's, oh my god.
And I've got Aunt Edna. She was a punish.
Sucked.
She was a punish. It's funny that she didn't remember his name until she wanted something from him, and then she remembered his name. Clog.
Oh, you gave me the fruitcake. Made me sick.
Okay, all right. Well done, gentlemen. Damo's quick fire.
Right, so a wax on, wax off, a scene or scenes that have passed over into popular culture. Now, you've already said a couple like the car park.
Yep.
Griswold's. Yep. And you said something else. I can't remember.
Holiday Road.
Okay, yep. Anything else?
Walley World itself.
Walley World for sure.
Yeah. Walley World itself.
Walley World's a nickname for obviously
we're going to Walley World everywhere.
I think people even in America call Walmart Walley World.
Okay.
Yep. You got more?
No, that's a bit it for me.
Gow?
No, that's it. You've hit all the major ones there.
Yeah, I think the trucks. I think the Wagon Queen family trucks.
Yes, definitely.
Using the magazine is something that my mates and I say. But did you use it? Did you use it?
Because did you use it? Yeah, use it.
I never ever used the term. Did you use it? I didn't know, but that is something that we've always used. But even Bop Your Baloney, no one's ever heard that before. But I suppose people.
It's a very American term.
It's very American.
Yeah. Well, they love bologna.
It's Chevy's favourite.
Yeah,
bologna and cheese.
Yeah. Worth
with
dancing
dog piss.
Over. Just wash it, Chuck Clark. Okay. Just have straight bologna then.
So the Philip Stuckey Award for the biggest dickhead, I think it's pretty easy, but I have two contenders. Gow, you got anyone?
No, let's hear yours.
Dickhead.
I got Clark.
You got Clark as the biggest dickhead. I don't.
I think Clark could be the biggest dickhead.
He could be. Yeah. Why though?
Well, just because when's enough, mate? You're a bit fucking useless. In all honesty, you're a bit fucking useless.
He's a motivator. He's an encourager. He's a positive thinker.
He's a pain in the ass.
I have the biggest dickhead is either Dinky.
Yeah.
Sucked. That dog sucked.
The dog did suck. It deserves to be put down.
And probably Dinky might be my number one, or Edna. Edna is a dickhead.
Yeah, Edna's miserable, isn't she?
She really sucks.
But I think that's the point. She's supposed to come in there and make it
totally.
a bad time even worse.
Yeah.
And when they get there and they can't tell them, have you told them the good news yet?
The look on Clark's face is amazing.
And that's the thing. And she's so horrible. She is again, it's that satire on the horrible old relative that you have in the family.
Yep.
That you're then stuck in the car. She smells like mothballs.
And to have 11 cents in a purse.
Yeah.
But Dinky, I was quite happy with that. That dog got
I'm happy with
its
Dinky.
legs ripped off as it drove along the road.
Among other
Poor
things.
little nut, probably kept up for a couple of miles.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's no, and mind you, it's not keeping up. If you're doing 80 miles an hour,
No.
it's making
He's been
100
dragged.
metres and it's dead.
that? Honey, did you hear that? That rattling
What's
in the
that
back?
rattling in the back?
It's been annoying me ever since we left.
Oh, there's the police, yeah. Right. Jennifer Jason Leigh, or the cast of Caddyshack, thought they were in a different movie.
I think everyone's in their role, really.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that's outstanding in this movie.
Nah.
No, I think everyone's
Everyone's
sort
in
of
their
gets
lane.
the tone.
Yeah,
They
gets the
get
tone.
it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Christy Brinkley thing was a bit, like we said, with the dancing,
It
and
was
it's a bit
different.
outrageous. It's a bit different. It was kind of like it's added in.
Yeah.
But
It just kept that recurring thing happening though with him and her.
Yeah, it did.
It was
It
a
did.
cool little
Good music.
Little B or C sort of story plot thing. It was
well, I think because they're on the road a lot, so it adds. They've got
Yeah.
to be. Most of this is a road trip, so it adds to that road trip when they're
Yeah.
driving. There's something happening, right?
Yep, definitely.
Little Bo Peep, little Bo Peep.
The Olivia Newton-John cartwheel from Greece for poor sporting prowess. A bit of a tough one to find.
Oh, Russ and Cousin Dale throwing the footy. They're both terrible at it.
Okay, didn't really.
Both
pick that.
terrible.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Gow, you see anything else?
I don't think there's anything really.
No, I didn't notice.
No, there's nothing else.
Maybe,
Well, yep.
I would say Clark's running style.
Oh, that was
The
funny
Chariots
with
of
the
Fire
Chariots of
scene.
Fire and his facials. He starts with all the energy in the world, like
Yeah.
when he went to, get some help and jump over the bush, and then he just runs out of energy. He runs out of
Yeah.
steam pretty quick, old Clarky. But
Got a good punch on him, though. He really smashes Marty Moose's nose in.
Gives it a big dent. An additional scene. Robot Sentries.
Nah, I don't want to see any more.
No, I think it's
I
pretty much covered an hour
sex scene.
38.
Sex scene.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, he tried.
I know, but Bev, it would have been. I could have handled something a bit more of Bev.
Yep. You know what I would have liked to see?
Side dick.
Well, maybe, yeah. The House of Mud.
Not the biggest ball of twine.
The second biggest ball of twine would have been nice to see as well, but we didn't see the House of Mud. I would have loved to have seen the House of Mud. This is going to be interesting for
Yeah.
Whitey's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Like,
Okay, I've done a lot of thinking about this.
Yeah.
Because the easy answer is Christy Brinkley.
Of course.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you would every day.
Yes.
Right. But I actually think old Bev,
Yeah.
she'd be a bit of fun.
Yep.
I think Christy could be I'm a bit hot and don't have to work as hard at it. I think Beverly, she's gonna put a bit more effort into it.
yep.
I'm still picking Christy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Gow?
She was pumped up in the pool. She was ready to go.
100%,
Yeah.
100% three-way here.
Yeah.
100%.
There you go. Don't make a choice.
So,
No.
okay.
Choose life.
Gow, you are Team Christie or?
Yeah, I'm Team Christy. I had the exact same
Is
thought,
she-
because Beverly D'Angelo is really good looking.
Yes.
And,
She's beautiful in this movie.
yeah. And so then she has to play off against the superstar, so that's
But okay, so is diverting a bit. Is Christy Brinkley legitimately one of the most beautiful people ever?
Yeah.
She was always the pinnacle. Like even in those 80s and stuff, like when the models were coming out, it was Christy Brinkley and then everyone else.
Yeah.
Like she's
top of the tree.
perfect.
Yeah.
and she is still
She is perfect. Yeah.
really
perfect.
beautiful to the.
Billy Joel
day,
must
yeah.
have a 17-inch wang.
He's got a 7-inch wallet.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
of
well,
course
that's what he had to
so
write.
she.
That's why he had to write a song
Yeah,
about it. That's
yeah.
why he had to write a song about
Yeah.
it.
Up, down, girl.
But well, for me though, I'm going to pick Beverly. I think I owe it to her. She made an effort.
Oh, so, I'm
She
saying,
made that effort to get the Norks out.
I'm gonna
She
say-
made the effort, and I think, you know what? I owe you.
yeah.
I'm going to, take you to the public toilets with the glory hole. It's me and you, Beverly. So
Down the tram shed.
Yeah, I definitely owe. I think we should owe it to Beverly for making. She's a good sport.
Mate, I'm going to say I think she put a lot of effort in.
Yeah, she did. So I want to reward that effort and give it to her.
I'm sure she's happy. Sure, she's happy.
Now, lookalikes. Now, I think I might come up. I don't know, but
Well, you're definitely Rusty.
yeah, I
100, mate.
Yeah.
We're actually going to do a Rusty demo next to each other for social
okay.
media this week.
Yeah.
You are Rusty.
We should
Yeah.
get an old school shot of you.
Yeah, with a bit of mullet.
I
see.
also think Cousin Eddie's Dan.
Oh yeah, he's more like.
And Clark is a little Dan.
with the slick back hair or with the hair out.
Oh, Buffy, the Buffy hair.
The Buffy, yeah.
I think that there's a few Dans in this movie.
Yeah.
Because Morgs is as klutzy as Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, easily as klutzy as
And
Clark.
big, tall.
Yeah,
Clark.
very tall.
He's 6, what'd you say?
6'3.5".
He's 6'4", yeah.
Well, that's it for Quickfire.
Well done, Damien. Let's go listen to this, G-Man.
We've hit everything I had down here. John Candy getting paid $1 million, the improvised scenes, Christy Brinkley nude, the singing. The one I do have here is that Harold Ramis obviously directed the movie, but he was actually the voice of the recorded message of Marty the Moose saying that Walley World is closed.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Little cameo voice part there.
His moose voice.
Lovely.
But that's it because we've hit everything else.
Yeah, we have touched on a lot of it. Damo, you got anything to add?
The Camp Comfort check-in guy was Bill Murray's brother.
Yep, Brian Doyle.
And the Wyatt Earp was Richard Dreyfuss's brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
When Beverly D'Angelo got the script, her husband read it first. He was cacking his tits off. And he said, this is some freaking funny stuff. Have a look at it. Now, I'm going to bring up a Quigley Down Under reference. Because there's a few mentions of Magnum PI. Well, there was the Magnum PI, the gun.
Yep.
And then the car that she drove was the 1984 308 GTS Ferrari, the same as Magnum PI.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying that's a 1 degree of Quigley Down Under.
There you go.
Because that is Magnum PI.
We can take that. We can accept that, Damo.
Yeah. And also the final scenes, Rusty is taller than Beverly D'Angelo for the final bit because that was filmed 4 months after the final cuts, and he grew like 3 inches in those 3 months.
Yeah. You also notice that Beverly D'Angelo's hair is permed, like it's curlier at the end.
Is
Because
it?
the same thing, because they had to come back and do some reshoots.
Yep.
But it's one of those little things you don't really notice.
Yep.
Unless you know.
Should be looking at her boobs.
Yes.
Okay, the bed in the hotel scene didn't actually vibrate. There were people under the bed vibrating it, and the shaky voice is actually Chevy Chase putting on the shaky voice. And apparently Anthony Michael Hall was saying that originally it was supposed to be Chevy Chase and John Candy in the front of the roller coaster, because you notice how it's John Candy and Anthony Michael Hall in the front, but they were too big, so both of them couldn't fit in the front together.
But in the closing credit, when they take the photo, isn't it the two of them? I'm sure it is. At the end of the movie, you see that, like, when they've got everybody in the...
No, it's Wally and Chevy.
Roy Wally in the front.
It's Roy Wally in the front.
Oh, it might be, right, okay.
Yeah, it's Roy Wally. And then also, the Chevy Chase appears in some scenes wearing a blue Chicago Bears ball cap. He wears that through every movie of the Vacation series.
He's a bear.
Does he?
He's a Bears fan.
Same
From
fan.
Chicago.
Is he like Steve Waugh, wearing the same baggy green? Yeah.
Baggy green.
Falling to bits.
Absolutely. Okay, well done, gentlemen. Quotables. And we've also done a few of these already, but we'll start with you, G, again.
There's a few little ones here. We've already said a few of them, but when Rusty and Dale are there, you got Pac-Man? No. You got Space Invaders? No. You got Asteroids? No, what my dad does. Can't even sit on the toilet some days.
Old Dale.
The other one I did like, we've done Could I Do Your Back, Honey?
Yeah.
Go do your own front.
Do your own front.
When they're driving, when they come off into Lewis, and she's going, "This is so dangerous, Clark." And she goes, "It's good for the kids to see." "Oh no, that's bad. We can't just ignore the plight of the inner cities. Hey kids, you noticing all this plight?"
Oh my God!
I was like, the gunshot. You just roll them up.
Roll them up. Yeah. Are you noticing all this plight? Anything else?
No, that'll do. I won't go through it, but when Clark does the eulogy.
Oh,
down with the Canaanites.
I'm not an ordained minister over here.
You know what? I think we should prayer it out.
We could.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, and Moab he laideth down the land of the Canaanites.
We could do that. You got any quotes, Damo?
I've got.
And yes, are the Hindus to speak of karma.
We could do our first prayer out.
Let's do it. We're praying out. Save it.
When the Eugene Levy, you've mentioned the Wagon Queen family trucks. You think you hate it now, but wait till you drive it. But this, when he's like the metallic P, he said, "This is a damn fine automobile." Beats the hell out of the sports wagon. Like he's trying to convince him. So like, listen to this salesman.
Yeah.
But Aunt Edna, Is this your idea of a good restaurant? Dog killer! You know, I loved how too he said, "Don't know, you don't new car. I'll hang the food on the car has already got spray paint on it.
Yeah.
The hubcaps are missing. It's dinged up.
It's fucked.
Hey, Dad, you must have jumped the car about 50 yards. It's nothing to brag about, Rusty. And then he's like, 50 yards. And Rusty once, this is my last one, when they were talking about just leaving Edna, like there.
Yeah.
Like, we can just leave her here. Come on, Mum. It'll be real easy for Cousin Normie to find her. All you'd have to do is look for the buzzards.
I got another one starting with Rusty. Is that a real gun, Mom? I don't know, Rusty, but when this is all over, your father may be going away for a little while.
But the way Rusty was sort of looking and he was really good.
Yeah. What about, excuse me, could you please tell me how to get back on the expressway? Fuck your mama. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And then I think you're all fucked in the head. We're 10 hours from the fucking fun park and you want to bail out. Well, I'll tell you something. This is no longer a vacation. It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
That's because, you know, in the TV version, the car sort of flips out and they bleep out and they cut out a whole heap of this bit and it's like the frog's fat ass comes in and and then they cut it out. But yeah, they really did censor the crap out of that line.
Absolutely.
You'll be listening zippity doodah on your asshole.
Yeah. Well, because it was rated R in America, this movie.
Yeah, you can see that.
Just for the boobs and for the...
Yeah.
And you know what? This could have been PG
Very easily.
so easy.
Yes.
It would be nowadays. Like, they only say fuck a few times.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's quite an intense scene, that one.
Yeah.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, well, it's blue balls.
Yeah, once
Blue
again.
balls. It's real. Okay, well done, gentlemen. Film school for F-wits. Now, we know that Walley World is a fake theme park. And in fact, they were looking at essentially just a racetrack in the film, and it was a matte painting. So Walley World is a matte painting. There are some other, I can't even remember what the theme park is. Gail probably knows which one they used.
It was called Six Stars or Six Flags.
Six Flags. It was Six Flags, yes. So, but what I thought is that, you know, maybe there's 5 fake theme parks or places in movies that we'd all love to visit.
Fake ones.
Fake ones. So I'm going to start. Itchy and Scratchy Land.
Oh, no, that
From
exists
The Simpsons.
at Universal Studios.
So,
There is
but
an Itchy and
there's a
Scratchy
bit
world.
of, okay,
Yeah,
but it's freaking hilarious.
Yes. Oh, with the bought number plates?
Oh my God. But just that, like, he gets, doesn't Homer get, like, hammered? Like, there's robots go berserk.
Mate, yeah, everything. But that I do love, because Bart's there looking for his number plate, can't find it. And only can find bought.
There's
He's
a
going,
bought.
what's this bullshit bought? And then later on over the loudspeaker, we need more bought number plates. We've run out of bought number plates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just that would be, it would be
It
brilliant.
would be very funny to go to.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one, Hogwarts.
Oh, okay.
Or
Like
Diagon
the
Alley.
school.
Yeah, the school or Diagon Alley or something like that. That would be pretty sweet.
There's also at Universal Studios in the States.
There's a Diagon Alley, the Harry Potter World.
Yeah, that Harry Potter World is fantastic.
Yeah.
And the Hagrid ride there is the greatest ride I've ever been on.
Really?
Oh, you're on a sidecar motorbike, and it has every aspect of a ride. It has the speed bits, has some backward bits, it has animatronics bits, it has just drops. It only opened maybe 4 years ago, so it's pretty new. Mate, if you can, and the other Harry Potter rides at Universal Studios are sensational.
Yeah, I'd like to take the kids. I'd like to take Isabel to Harry Potter World. There's one in Japan as well, I think.
Okay.
So
yeah, just brilliant.
Yeah, but just to go, but to, like, it's such a incredible...
It's a world
place,
Yeah.
like in the movie. Like, you're like, fuck, I'd really like to go and visit that joint. It looks like a pretty cool place. Okay, another theme park. Westworld.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's my favourite.
God. Oh, you'd get some...
The original
you'd pull some
Westworld.
chicks.
Mate, and so I had this discussion with a mate. So it's pretty soon there's going to be robot brothels.
You're probably right.
And I think in Japan there is, where there are robot...
Like that, okay.
There's robot brothels where you go and you have sex with a robot, right?
Jesus.
Is that cheating?
I suppose it's just like using a...
It's a masturbatory tool.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Is it cheating? It's like using...
What are they going to have sex with a robot? What?
It's an extended fleshlight.
That's bizarre.
No, I think you might have a loophole.
Is there a loophole?
I think so.
Is there a loophole?
It's a robot. It's just like...
But Westworld, just the whole scope, going and playing your role, you can be bad, you can be good, you can do whatever you want.
Shoot people.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
It would be awesome.
When I was a kid and I watched the original Westworld with Yul Brynner, I wanted to go to that place. And how good would it be to to get there and be able to go through those scenarios?
Yeah.
Like just be able to live a totally different lifestyle, and then it's all just you walk away.
It's a step up from Total Recall where you get implants, but you actually get to go and live it, right?
Yes.
So you get to go. Well, I want to be the goodie. I want to be the sheriff.
That's right, and you can do that, but then you just walk out of that.
Yeah,
right?
and then you just go back to normal.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Westworld would. I think that might be like my number one. Something like Westworld would be really, really cool. Jurassic Park.
Oh, right. Well,
It would be top of the list, but I'm saving one back here.
You could die.
No, but we're talking about a proper Jurassic. Newman is not involved. They've sacked Newman, but it doesn't matter who works there. Shit tends to just go bad.
It would be a good place to go.
But it would be a pretty cool place to go.
Yep.
My last one, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that'd be, as a kid, it was my number one place that I wanted to go in the world.
It just looked so good.
Just so many different crazy things going on in there, right? Like it would have been unreal to go there.
Mate, Willy the slaver, like he's a dead set slaver.
Oh, for the Oompa Loompas?
Yeah.
No, I think they enjoy working for him.
You think they do?
Yeah, they sing.
I think all the slaves said that they enjoyed working because they were afraid of what happened if they said
in
they
the
didn't.
real world, the Oompa Loompas probably wouldn't have a real fun time. Little orange man.
Well, they're not getting. Yeah, no, they're definitely going to be singled out.
Yeah, they'd have a tough time. I think they're in a haven there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay. Chocolate Haven.
Yeah, and they've got the river of chocolate, and they've got. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to cover Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original one, not the shithouse Johnny Depp one, but we will do that, and I think we might do that pretty soon, maybe in the new year. Just an overview. Do we think he did the right thing, old Willy? I think that the test that he did. Do we think that was the right way to go about it?
I think it was. He really had to be sure.
Yep.
And he picked right. Charlie was. He was worthy. It was Excalibur pulling the sword out.
Have you seen
just another way of doing it?
He got there in the end, but there was some interesting ways of getting there, and his actions, and
he was honest. He came back and put it back.
So Peter Ostrom never worked again, never acted again after Willy Wonka. That was it, one and done.
Really?
I think. Have you seen the photos of his teeth?
Oh,
so
he had a few of those gobstoppers.
He's got. He shouldn't have bought a chocolate factory. He shouldn't have owned a chocolate factory. He's going to lose them all.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe because he worked full time in the
He was tester.
He was the new CEO.
I got to say, I don't know what your theories were with the video shop, but the whole theory of. When I had the video shop, I was like, well, yeah, you guys can sort of eat within reason what you want while you're working. And you probably didn't do this, but I did. I went, you guys can sort of eat what you did within reason.
Yeah, within reason, yeah.
Because what happens? Because what happens then, in the first week, they gorge themselves.
Yeah.
And then after that, they go, oh, I'm not going to do that again. Then they don't really eat anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So, whereas if you say you can't have that, they steal it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Right. So, well done, Willy.
Yeah.
Okay, I reckon that's enough. That's pretty quickly.
What about the maze in The Shining?
The Overlook.
Yeah,
the Overlook Hotel on the maze.
The maze out the back.
With Jack chasing you.
Yeah, with Jack chasing you around.
Okay. Yeah,
Ready Player One. Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. That's a good one.
Well, that's closer than you. That's just virtual.
That's
world.
not far away.
That's here.
That's not far away.
The Oasis.
I'm excited about this robot brothel thing. But anyway, let's move on. Okay.
Planning your trip to Japan, are you?
Back from the ashes.
It's an interesting way you just brought it. It's not cheating, right?
Yeah.
Just clear that up with everyone.
Please. Back from the ashes, Stan Bush, kick-ass credit. I tried to fob it off on a Gow, but he's very busy this week, so I'm picking up the slack here, and the song is called "The Horny Traveller."
Whoa!
And you can draw any parallels from that what you want. But somehow it's about Clark, I think.
Well, it could be about Christy Brinkley. She was
seriously
travelling,
horny.
and she was up for it too.
Yeah, yep. And let me just give me 1 second to go through.
The Traveller had a traveller.
Yes,
A traveller pie.
Could call it the Traveller.
Okay, here we go. The Horny Traveller. It's road trip time in the family truckster. Just wait till you drive it, it's a bit of a fuckster. Piling in the car off the Moose's Park. The trip is sure to fail, it was planned by Clark. Life on the road gets you pretty horny. Ellen better lift the game or things will get horny. Fuck it, or things will get thorny. Rusty and Audrey are sitting in the back. In the front it's Muck and Board and Jimmy the Crack. It's a holiday road for the family Grizz. Careful of the sangers as they're covered in whiz. Death and destruction, a par for the course. Driving while he's sleeping, it only gets worse. Flirting with the girl in Magnum's car. Swimming in the pool, she's wearing a bra. In the front it's Muck and Bird and Jimmy the Crack. Rusty and Audrey are fighting in the back. Clark's losing his mind. This road trip's a fizz. It's not because the park is closed. It's the 2-week backup of jizz.
Oh my God!
There we go.
Crap, that covered a lot.
Yes, it did. And now I see where your previous themes have been going. Right,
A lot
Your
of
lead up
ground
to your
covered
song.
in that song.
It's all about the blue balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is yes.
Yeah, it's the 2-week backup of jizz. So anyway, there we go. Not one of the best, but we did cover a bit
song.
there.
There was a lot in that song.
You covered a lot of the movie in there.
Yeah, tried to.
New Truckster. I wonder what that was going to rhyme
It was
with.
a bit of a fuckster. Yes.
I had it pinned as soon as I heard Truck Stop.
Yeah, I was like, Truck
I know where
Stop,
this
okay,
is
here we go.
going.
I could tell that the eyes sort of they widened. I live to perform. Anyway, look, it's star of the show, Damo. Who you got?
Can't go past Chevy. As I said, the Wagon Queen family trucks is number 2 for me, but number 1 is Chevy Chase.
Yep.
Just his timing, his techniques, his physical comedy, and just he's just a really funny character that we relate to. We just know that's exactly what Clark would do, something like that. We just know this character so well. So, yep, Chevy for sure.
Well done, G-Man.
Yeah, this movie's written for him. I mean, he is the star that carries this vehicle. Like, that's his deadpan comedy, his timing, like you said. It's everything, and the sandwich slapping,
The sandwich dance,
face
mate,
scene is
on
the
the-
best.
yeah.
Tips it over the top.
If this doesn't have him, it can fall down pretty quickly because you need to have someone with that timing.
I think also he's not afraid to take the piss out of himself, right?
No.
So I think that's the key.
It's Clark for me. Oh, it's Chevy Chase for me.
Again, 3 from 3. A very close second is Ellen's boobs.
Yeah. They might be number 3 for me.
They're like
Yeah.
right on his back. He's feeling them on his back, old Chevy.
Yeah.
But no, top of his game. Look, Vacation, still funny. There's no doubt. I think that, and funny for different reasons than what it was, I think, originally that we had maybe 30 years ago when we would have watched this. I've looked at it from a hugely different perspective, which actually made it a little funnier in some aspects.
Yep.
So chuckled all the way through, couple laugh out louds, still a funny movie. Yeah, well done. Well done, National Lampoons.
Nice work.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, good stuff. Are we going to slide into the rank bank? Got a couple options here for us. Be interesting to hear what we've got. We've got dog piss sandwiches,
Yep.
fucked in the head family members, incredibly strong dog leashes,
Yeah.
attempted road blowjobs, dead aunties, uptown girls,
Yeah.
useless security guards,
Yep.
blue balls.
Oh, God.
I think we should go with sandwich slaps.
Oh, there's Family Trucksters.
Family Trucksters is a good one. Yeah, I like that.
You know, something that we haven't even said either was swimming waitresses. I love
Swimming waitresses.
I ordered the fish.
Yeah, got some fish
I ordered the
for
fish.
Audrey and your mum. And
You understand,
She
right?
took the order. She took the order.
Do you think Mum will buy it?
Yeah, I love swimming waitresses. But
Good chat, Ross. Good chat, Ross.
Yeah, good talk, son. But I don't know. Yeah, look, I think iconic is
Trucksters.
the sandwich
Holiday Roads.
or the Wagon Queen Family Truckster.
Yep.
I don't know.
Holiday Roads.
Metallic P.
I think I think our favourite part of the movie is the sandwich dance.
Yeah, the sandwich dance.
So it's either going to be sandwich dances or
Piss on
sandwich
sandwiches.
slaps.
Sandwich slap. Go sandwich slaps. Yeah.
Let's go sandwich slaps. Well done,
Or is it the sandwich slap dance? But you just got to know. It was the best bit. It is my favourite bit.
It is the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah.
And it is so out of left
Greatest
field.
choreography in any movie in the history of the world.
you're
Fred
one-
Astaire, but eat your heart out, mate.
You are
Look at this.
definitely one that can
Yeah.
appreciate.
Look at this sandwich dance from Clark Griswold.
When he does the maraca.
Yeah, I know.
It's great.
I know, but the opening
And the opening of it.
just thinks of that.
Oh mate, it's just so we're going with sandwich slaps.
The blow the kiss with the sandwich to be like this hot, sexy move.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? It's so bad.
no.
Okay, well we'll start with you, G-Man. How many sandwich slaps are you giving National Lampoon's Vacation?
I like this. It's a good rewatch. It's funny. It still stands up. There's still some good comedy in it, even though you've seen it 1,000 times. I'm going to give it 3.5 sandwich slaps.
Nice, G-Man. Well played. Damo, how many sandwich slaps?
Yeah, I'm going higher. I love this movie. I think it's hilarious. I have no problem with any sort of bad taste or anything that's in it. And those sandwich moves, the swimming waitress, the metallic P, these things make me laugh. Like, I really find it funny. It's 4 for me.
4. Well done. Okay, I am going with 3.75 sandwich slaps. It's a quality movie. It's a lot of fun. I was a bit concerned about watching this again because I thought it may not hit the same way. It did. I chuckled a lot through it. I guess I had it on such a pedestal for such a long time, so it's held, and I think G-Man will tell us where it's going to sit, but I think it's sitting pretty well. G-Man, take it away.
Probably be closer to an average sort of score, I think. 3.75 will be what it will be.
Yeah.
That's kind of where most things fit.
Okay. Now that brings in at 3.75.
Holy shit! This is incredible.
slaps.
This is incredible.
It is right above 3.68 Franks and Beans.
Oh, comedy.
For the Something About Mary. It is above 3.67. How do you say that, Damo? Avatar.
Scounds.
And it's below 3.81 Hickeys from Kaniki.
Great.
And Strong Sides with Remember the Titans. So this brings us into
Drum roll.
It brings us into 45th spot.
Okay, yeah, about in the middle.
It's almost the middle.
Right in the middle.
So it's the only movie with a 3.75 rating.
It's amazing because that's such a pretty common.
You think
rate.
there'd be more?
Yeah,
but there's 4 below it at 3.67.
Yep.
So there's one 3.68, then 4 3.67s.
Yeah.
So it's interesting as to how we voted in those. Someone's put an odd vote, or we've got 4 of us in there.
Dan gave Something About Mary 3.55.
3.55.
Yeah, because he wanted it to beat Avatar, didn't he?
Yes.
That's just absolutely petty, spiteful.
Yeah, well, that's Dan.
Yep.
It's Dan in a nutshell. We definitely give too much time to him on this podcast.
Dud movie, dud bloke.
Okay, so if you loved this movie, what are you going to love, Damo?
I went for Euro Trip.
Ooh.
Scotty doesn't know.
Oh, Matt Damon, one of the great uncredited.
I can't remember who are the lead people in it. I know Xena, Warrior Princess, is in the brothel in Amsterdam. It's a freaking funny movie. He goes. He has a pen pal.
Miss Guzzi.
That he thinks.
Miss Guzzi. The guy in the train through the tunnel.
Yeah, and he's got his pants off over to
Miss Guzzi.
It is a really freaking funny movie.
Funny.
It's like it's a teen or college sort of movie.
Yeah.
He's got his pen pal Michael, but it's not Michael. It's he thinks it's Michael, but it's a girl. She's
Michelle.
German. Yeah, and she's sort of makes some moves towards him, like via the pen pal, and he's like, "Well, I'm not gay, what are you talking about?" And then he finds out who she is, what she looks like, so he has to go over to Europe to try and find her. And it is a freaking funny movie, especially they go to that real Eastern Bloc country, and they've got like $1.12 US, and they can afford everything. They're in this nightclub, they're in the VIP section, they got all the clothes.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, and they make that movie a horror with Hostel as well.
I do that.
So it's essentially the same premise. With going over to the Eastern Bloc country, but it doesn't end as well for them.
But the Matt Damon in the band,
Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Very funny.
Yep. Miss Guzzi.
Miss Guzzi. Miss Guzzi's the funniest part. Miss Guzzi.
No, when he's in the Amsterdam brothel and he's got the safety word, the safe word.
Oh yes.
And it's this full-on long Dutch word.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what that is. And then they come out with that giant thing to put up his butt.
Yeah.
And he can't he can't say the safe word.
Yeah. G-Man, what do you got?
I didn't stray too far here. Another John Hughes movie, Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Oh, yeah.
So another travelling movie, but relying on the great gifts of Steve Martin and John Candy.
Selling his curtain rings.
Yeah. The shower curtain ring salesman. But another good movie, some great one-liners, some great slapstick sort of comedy in there.
Yeah.
It's a good watch. If you like this, you'll definitely enjoy watching
But that's a real and a bit of a heart sort of
bit of a it's a bit of a story in there.
Sad too, because you look at John Candy's life and Steve Martin realises, hang on, this bloke's on his own. And it was actually a bit of a heartwarming sort of.
As standard, it starts just with the funny comedy and then moves into a bit of a deeper, story, and then ends with the heartwarming.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with old school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I think that you go from that 80s team of comedy like these guys to the more modern with Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn and those guys. So very funny movie. You're my boy Blue and Frank
We're
the Tank.
sticking in the quad.
Yeah, and Frank the Tank. When it touches your lips, he just loses his shit.
Yeah.
Again, another great band. I think Snoopaloo.
Yep.
Snoop's playing in the party in the backyard. Very funny movie. So 3 pretty good comedies there, worth watching.
Yep.
That's it, gentlemen. Well done. Next week we look into the future and we're going, wow, this is quintessential 90s.
Shithouse.
It's bad. But I think every single teenager that had any inkling of the beach was in love with North Shore.
It's so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
And if you don't have fond memories of this movie, there's something wrong.
I think it's going to be interesting watching this now as nearly 50-year-old men and some over 50. We should have the whole team on board, which will be interesting.
Yeah. I think Mark Ockelibert won an Academy Award.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm going to check out the inside bowl.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go straight outside.
It's an incredible movie. It's an incredible movie. So next week will be North Shore. Get on it and let's rip it apart like we're ripping up the waves on the North Shore of Hawaii.
Is it Rick Kane?
My God. Is it Rick Kane? I think it is Rick Kane.
Rick Kane.
Yeah.
Rick Kane spits out a huge barrel.
Lance Burkhart, though, is fantastic. Laird Hamilton, guy who he was the first person to surf Chopu in Tahiti.
Yep.
Like, he is a hardcore hillman.
He's a full water man.
Yeah.
But, this
is really the first of the real big wave surfers commonly known.
But
Like,
also
famous.
Yeah. I mean, you had Kenny Bradshaw. There was a lot of, but he
Derek
was
Dornan. There was a lot of big wave guys.
He was an adventurer. He really tackled stuff that people had not done.
He started pushing boundaries,
doing any water sports,
tow-ins, all that kind of stuff. Because before that, they were paddling into those big waves in the 60s and 70s.
In this movie, he is such a dick.
He's brilliant.
Yes. Yeah,
he is so good in this.
Okay, gentlemen, well done. We're looking forward to North Shore.
Oh, there's so many good quotes in this movie.
Oh God, ease our suffering in this, our moment of great despair.
Yea, admit this good and decent woman into thine arms, in the flock, in thine heavenly area, up there.
And Moab, he laid it down by the band of the Canaanites.
And yea, the Hindus speak of karma. I implore you, give her a break.
Beautiful prayer.
Amazing prayer.
Yeah.
The Canaanites. Fucking hell.